Yeah, 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 yeah. In a world made of color and brick, we gather around every click, feels slick. From a hilltop fort to a neon bay, our stories grow with Lego brick we lay. Pixel skies and blocky dreams, working side by side in perfect teams. From castles tall to racing tracks, every plan's got each other's backs. We're carving out our legacy, brick by shining brick, turning pixels into art, just a trick. You built it with care, show the world tonight. Lego masterpieces, damn that build neat. Every creation is lit, it's fire. As a group we thrive. That's Lego Odyssey, community alive. Look, there's a diner from the old main street, and Moxie Circle builds with secret heat. You hit complexity again. Wait, we don't say that word. Don't worry, just fly in pieces, my friend. Blueprints posted, hearts ignite, comments flying through the night. Flipping pieces, techniques that feel so right. That's what the bond of our crew is for. We're crafting joy and block and play, a living world where all can stay. You built it with care, show the world tonight. Lego masterpieces, damn that build neat. Every creation is lit, it's fire. As a group we thrive. Best Lego Odyssey, community alive. Tells a story known, and every wall says you're not alone. From pieces small to dreams so wide, we lift each other side by side. We build it live, come and take that ride. The Odyssey's ours, we don't need to hide. Every brick's a heartbeat, every smile a vibe. The Lego Fortnite world, we build it live.
Hello, how's it going, everybody? So tonight, yeah, it is night. We are going to be working on a speeder. I went ahead and built a couple of them. And one is paid and one is free. I like the free one better, I think. And I got started on it, I built it, and it flies absolutely trash. It is terrible. So, today, I'm gonna let you guys help me, oh, you're actually not here because the gifted, yeah, yeah, I'm totally not here, yeah. Also, what do you guys think about the hair? Should I just do this? My hair is getting, like, way too long. I need a haircut really bad, and I just get out of the shower, and I just run my hands through, and I get it to stand up. And I think it looks really funny. I have no clue what my boss would do if I showed up to work like this. Now, granted, I show up to work and I have a permanent bad bed head. Like, I get out of bed and I've got, like, spikes at least in multiple places. And my excuse is that I get better reception that way. My hair just, I can't make it not do weird things. So I kind of like getting out of the shower and just spiking it up, which is probably the reason why I wake up and my hair's all messed up, because I messed it up after I take a shower. But your hair looks like a clown hair. Should I dye it like rainbow colors and get like a rubber nose? You're really not. It's a coincidence. Yeah, I'm really. It's just totally a coincidence. Okay, let's get in here. I want to show you. First, I'll show you the paid one real quick, and then I will show you the free one that I need your guys' help with work on. Let me go over here to the grid. Nope, it's beans. Beans, that's where it is. Sorry, my nose is running all of a sudden. How was everybody's weekend? I went and I drove for 8 hours in total, with 2 children under 1.5, and I was the person that was in charge of making sure that they didn't scream the whole time, and it was fun for the first 2 hours. But the other people in the car were my wife and her sister, and I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure the sisters would rather catch up with each other than me talk to my sister-in-law. I don't mind talking to my sister-in-law, but I just thought that they'd have a better conversation than I would. Also, why are you so sad, cow? Let me sleep so it's not nighttime, and then I will show you guys the speeder here. Have you guys made anything out of these? Have you guys? Can I get? I know you can go through this. There we go. I'm like, I know I can go through. Have you guys made anything with the new hover bricks? I'm curious to know. I have been doing some testing with them. And some things you might want to know that you might not have known is that hover bricks are like tires, and that they slow down. They slow your vehicle down slightly when activated. That's important to know. So if you guys are in a pod racer like race, turn off your hover bricks on the straightaways to get just a little extra edge on them. The other thing is to note with that is thrusters also, if you're going faster than the thruster's max speed, it will actually slow the vehicle down, which means if you use anything other than the jumbo thrusters, or if you use like, oh, your YouTube crashed, I'm sorry. If you use something slower than like a smaller thruster for steering, that's fine, but don't keep it on all the time, otherwise it'll slow your vehicle down. Okay, so here's the paid one. It flies okay. It doesn't steer very well left to right. It doesn't steer very, like, it's very slow. But it's kind of cool. So what I did is I took a bunch of, there's a bunch of paid pieces in here, so I'm not gonna do a tutorial on this. But yeah, so like this piece here, I'm not very happy with the back. The back is okay, but the front piece is just really cool. It's hard to work with though because it's an odd number of studs wide, so you gotta like finesse it in here. But so I built the whole thing around the large thruster because every speeder that I've seen so far uses the small. Hey, Kaboom! I was getting ready to rip into your speeder. I'm glad that you're here. The hover boy. I'm getting ready to rip into it, and I'm glad that you're here so I can make fun of you with not behind your back. Okay, go away. These things are so annoying. Leave and never come back.
Leave, never come back. Smeagol doesn't like you. Leave! Leave! We hate you. We hate you. Leave! Leave!
Oh, you can shoot it. So I heard somebody say you could shoot it on Kaboom stream. I didn't know you could. I know you could hit with a pickaxe, but apparently you could shoot them too. Anyways. Sorry. Anyways, speeder. Okay, so every problem that I've been having so far is that the thruster is too low, which then causes it to want to nose into the sky. So, Kaboom's lazy boy, hover boy, just instead, to fix that problem, just add the thruster on the front to push the vehicle down. Which, no, you shouldn't. Just move the back thruster up a little bit. The problem is, you're uploading the tutorial right now. So, Kaboom, what you need to do, instead of adding the thruster in the front to keep it on the ground, you need to take that back thruster and just move it up a little bit, which may take a little bit of redesigning or lower the center of mass of the hoverboy. I have the same issue going on here. Is the thruster is too? I can't remember. I might actually got this one low enough. I might have gotten this one low enough. Then you need to make it go higher. See, like this. This steering. So I have a problem where mine steers as it causes it to go up. So then, if the thrusters are as high as they can go, lower the center of mass of the vehicle. And you could do that by some of those front plates. If you don't need them, take them off, because that will reduce the mass of your vehicle, and it will. You're like, nope, it is the way it is. Hello, everyone. Take a moment to click that like button if you don't. Yeah, I would appreciate that. So yeah, that's what I'm having an issue with this one here. Yes, you can add a thruster in the front to push the nose down. the problem is if you're building it in survival, then somebody has to collect resources to make your vehicle. They have to collect additional resources that are, quote, unnecessary, because then you have thrusters that are fighting each other. And if you could redesign it to get a lower center of mass or raise the back thrusters up a little bit. Oh, kaboom! What you could do is that back fin piece that you have. Hold up. Let me go over. I'll show you guys the free one that I'm working on, and then because I'll be creative over there, and then I'll show you. So what you could do is you could take that fin and you can move that back fin up a little bit, put it on a couple floor pieces, kaboom, or take the very back and add. Well, I'll show you, kaboom. Fortnite Festival, not interesting at all. I do not play Festival, and I will not play Festival. Okay. So the other thing is I watched a couple other speeders, a couple other ships that came out recently, and I watched them, and their noses are getting pushed into the sky. And it's like, no, work on the design of your speeder. So that's where I spend too long. The hair is lost. We're subscribing for a load. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know if you were here, Joker. I definitely get out of the shower and I do that because my wife finds it funny, and I find it funny that my wife finds it funny. Yeah. So speaking about bad speeder design, look at this thing. It looks kind of cool. The problem is those thrusters on the front are really powerful. I was thinking that they were like not very powerful, but how's this for super steering? You can like steer super fast. Also, my thruster is too high in the back. That's why I need your guys' help redesigning this here. I need to lower that thruster down, because when I activate that thruster in the back, the nose gets pushed down, and it's like I'm a sniffer vehicle. I'm gonna sniff the ground the whole time. Let's attempt to fly this thing back here. And then we'll attempt, and then we need to work on some redesigning, and I need your guys' help. Because this thing is not acceptable. But this thing uses some cool stuff. Oh, no. I flipped over. This thing. Oh, my goodness. This thing's steering is. Oh, my goodness. Hover. No. Come on. No. We don't just add hover bricks. You redesign the vehicle. So, it's like taking a medication for your medication. Instead of taking a medication for your medication, you need to figure out why you needed the medication in the first place. And if you can solve the underlying problem, you don't need to take medication for the medication. Actually, my cousins, my cousins, oh, I forgot about that vehicle. Yeah, I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. So my cousin, where is, the squid, oh, yeah. Kaboom was just in that. I think, is it over there? Where is that plate? I'm pretty sure, I guess it's over here. I thought it was over there, but yeah, apparently it's right here. I swear it was over there. Oh, this is so terrible. I have a cousin that was adopted, and when he was adopted, he had all kinds of allergy problems. And so he was on medication for the allergies. Oh my goodness. He was on medication for the allergies. That has a lot of fun. Yeah. Where is my... I need a blaster for this. Dude, you can take it out with one shot. Okay, that thing's a lot less annoying. I need to make a video about that. Somebody... Or... Kaboom, if you could dig up who said that in your chat, I want to give them credit for telling you about it. Because I heard you say... Yeah, anyways. You have funny a lot of clips I need to send you my first time messing around with the new thrusters. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. So... Finish my story, and then we'll get into the build. So, when they adopted him, when he came, he was on allergy medication, and then he was on medication because the allergy medication was giving him issues. He had so much like perfume and stuff in his clothes that it was causing my grandma to actually be sick. So they washed all of his clothes, they got all the chemicals out of his clothes, and then all of a sudden he stopped having allergy symptoms, and he stopped needing to take his medication for the allergy medication, and he was able to stop taking the allergy medication. You made the best burger. Made the best jet. That is a burger gang. That is a strong statement to make. Send me a link. Send me the link, burger gang. You're talking in a group of some really talented builders here. Not I'm okay at building, but like Kaboom's a really good builder. You got Mad Puck. He's built some really cool stuff. So saying the word best in all caps, gotta prove it. Gotta prove it. Send me a link over on Discord. A barrel, full barrel, really fast without crashing, and it's almost as fancy as the Flocka made. The one Flocka made. Flocka is also a really good builder. You're prepared. You're coming with, your airship withstands the test of time. Sweet. That's good. That's good, Nocturnal. Wait, is that Nocturnal playing Lego Fortnite? Okay, so let me show you so some advanced building here. This is what whenever I post a tutorial, I try to push the envelope or bring something new to the table that either hasn't been seen or maybe you haven't seen yet. Kaboom is good at posting thrusters on the front. I had no clue I was going to trigger a buy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Nocturne. What's a buy? What's Lego Fortnite? Yeah, so putting thrusters on the front, you should fix the back. So what you could do to the back, Kaboom, if you need, is you can go over here and if you just grab one of these guys. If I were to modify this without, like, I was watching it while I was waiting for the rain to stop. So I would grab, if I were you, I'm not you. You're not me. You are your own person. You are a fantastic builder. You don't have to take my advice. You can put one of these things. I can't remember if your ship is 8 wide or 6 wide. Put one of those things on the back to raise. That should match the profile of the back of your ship. No, the back of your ship is square. You love your airship. It's pretty cool. Yeah, send me. I would love to see it. Burger Gang. I would love to see it. I would love to be inspired. And I love seeing all your work. So yeah, share it with me. No, I don't know if I haven't seen your ship, so I can't. I got nothing to compare it against. Send me it on Discord. I would love to see it. My username is UpBite Guys, same as everywhere else. Okay, so what I was gonna grab the Zeppelin parts real quick. Where is the Zeppelin parts? Zeppelin. So you got one of these on the back. So what you could do here, Kaboom, is you can add. So you could add that on the back. Sweet. Yeah. Kaboom, drop a link. We would love. Yeah, post it in a build throw off. Yeah, Kaboom, if you'd help walk him through some of that, that'd be great. So what you could do, Kaboom, you can add. So you're using these guys. You got 4 on the back, I think it is. Which means we go 1. I think you have 4 on the back. So what you could do is you could do it like that. So that way that the whole thrusters are. Hey, I'm working here, sir. Can you back up a little bit? I'm trying to film a vid. Ah, it ate me! Ah, and it pooped me out. Just kidding. So what you could do is you could do it that way. The other thing if you wanted, I'm not saying you had to do this, you could also just slap another thruster up here. There's got to be a spot to put it in here. Right there. Kaboom, you could just add another thruster up there that would make the center of push higher. So you wouldn't have to redesign it, and you could just add that thruster up there. You might not notice it. You could probably stick it slightly higher than that, honestly. You probably stick it, slightly higher. I mean, if you should put your crosshairs right there. Right there, yeah. Oh, nope, that. So something to note, if you guys ever get this, like, green here, it ever shows that it's green, but it's not, you're losing resources if you're in survival. So you might actually have to add, if you want it slightly higher, you may have to add a thing up there. But yeah, sweet. Yeah, there's a Discord link. If you're not part of the Craftopia Discord, sweet group of people over there. Pretty much everybody else in this chat is part of that Discord, and yeah, it's really cool community. If I ever have questions, I just ask there because somebody else knows it. Because there's so many things in this game to remember, and yeah, you'll learn a lot if you look at other people's stuff. That's why I would also love to see your build. Post it over there, and I would love to take a picture. I would love to see it. Anytime my head gets too big where I think that like I'm the best at something, I just go look at the build show-offs, and I'm like, yeah, these guys are a lot better at building than I am. I'll just be impressed, and like occasionally my head gets a little bit too big for itself. Okay, so what I wanted to show you guys, advanced building technique here that I wanted to bring out here and show you is 2 things. First of all, if you're familiar with the chests, Yes, it is. Sort of, it is very humbling. You just go look in that Discord and you're like, oh, wow. I could never build like that. And what's amazing is there's, like, some people are really good at building castles, like Haskins. Just kidding. No, Haskins can build all kinds of things, not just castles. It's a running joke with me and him. Because people are like, oh, yeah, the guy that builds no, he builds everything. There are some people that are a lot better at building, like, buildings or doing interior decorating. The modernist does all these really cute little things. I focus, like, my primary focus is small flying vehicles, and like the Mad Puck does all the cool big ones. So I'll keep doing the small ones. But anyways, advanced building technique here. So what we've got here, first of all, is you could put a chest. What's weird, and I just figured this one out, and I don't know, and I'm pretty sure it's locked on. So if we take and you put a floor like this, boop, right there. Oops, I did not mean to put 2 floors. So if you put a floor like that, and you go to put chest on top, what you may have known in the past, or what I thought that I knew in the past, was that you had to connect. You have the same post? Yeah. So what I used to think is that you had to put a chest on a floor, like it had to be on the legs. And if it wasn't on the legs, it'd fall off. You don't have Discord? I would recommend you get it. But that's just me. So what I used to think is that you had to put a chest on. It had to be supported by the legs. So right now, if I walk up to this piece here, and I were to shove it, you can't actually push chest. But that is currently not connected. Why is it always night? I literally swear I just went to sleep. We need a time set. You put something together. Stress mine out. Yeah. Okay. So what we got here is we got that piece is not technically connected. If I were to like if I were to run into it, that is not currently connected. But here's the weird part. Is if I put a thruster here to flip the next chest, and then I push it all the way over here, and then if I go, why is it being so weird and bumpy? If I put that right there, now these 2 chests are connected bottom to bottom. Well, bottom to top. Those chests are now actually connected. And I believe if I did my thing, oh shoot. Well, if I break that, then it's going to break the other. Hold up. Let me do this again. But I need to do hold up right there. And let's do a second one here. Oh yeah, see ya Nocturnal. Thanks for stopping by. Nice. I don't have AirPod Pros. I don't really do much with Apple. Okay, so by much I mean I don't do anything with Apple. They are their own ecosystem. They work well with each other, but they don't work well with others. So, and I didn't grow up with Apple, so the operating system is kind of weird to me. Okay, so what is going on with the nudging right now? It's like being weird and bumpy. Okay, it's like the whole world is shaking. So, if we put them like this, typically they would not be connected, but now they are connected, and I believe they are also now connected to that piece because we break that off, and this is stable. 1 second. Dude! Yeah, you could just straight up shoot him. That's way better than chasing him off. You could just shoot him off. Okay, so these are now connected, and I know that they are connected because that's how I have them attached on this piece here. Is that they just that one floor in the middle that's currently holding them on and holding them together, and it hasn't fallen off the chip. Because it hasn't fallen off the chip, one would assume that it's attached. So we can get 2 chests put bottom to bottom, which I didn't think previously was possible. Previously, I thought you had to have a floor between them. Nope. You can now, or you always could, put them bottom to bottom. And then what we want to do, if we want to put that as the back of the ship, the problem is it's in this orientation. If we want to rotate it to the other orientation, we could. Okay, well, we could put it in that orientation, but then the problem is I could use the new thrusters. You have 3 done? Oh, sweet. I can use the new thrusters. I don't know. So here's where the rub comes in. Kaboom. Here's where the rub comes in. So if I wanted to place the new thruster, I don't know if I can. Because what I'm doing here, the next step that I'm going to show you, is we're going to... Yes, I'm breaking stuff again. Okay, so if you guys notice, that thruster is inside of the chests. which is not physically possible, but it is, and I'll show you guys how. So you cannot do it with the new balloons, and I don't know if they're following that trend, if this is impossible. So if we put the chest in this orientation, we can then rotate the chest. Watch that thruster. Okay, the new thruster does work. So yes, we could put the thruster inside of there. So look, the thruster is now in the same space. You can put one on an angle thrusters up front to lift it. I don't need to put lift. I don't need to lift the front if I put the jets correctly in the back. If I design it where the thruster is pushed exactly forward, then I will not need to push up or down on the front. Now, I would concede to pushing down in the middle as a Kaboom's like, I'll see myself out. Yeah, so I would concede to putting a thruster in the middle if you wanted your hover bike, if you wanted your speeder to hug the earth. So here's where things can also get really weird. What did I do? I did it on the other one. I connected. What did I do? I did something recent. Yeah. So you know what? Yeah, okay, that's what I'm doing with this one. Okay, so watch this. So we break this piece here. Let me shift it up one. Boop, boop, like that. So it is now, like, sticking up higher. So here's where things get really cool and really weird and confusing. We can shift this down into the other one. Unfortunately, I didn't place it in the right spot. Hold up. I need to place it in the center of that block. I thought it was farther over. So here's where things get really cool. So if we push that right there, and we shift this down, this is where, like, I didn't know this was possible, but I found out that it is possible. Okay, so, if I put, in this case, I could put a floor in this orientation, but the problem is it will say objects must be aligned. Why is it not giving me that align? It was telling me that objects needed to be aligned earlier! What the heck? It was telling me that the objects had to be aligned, and it would not let me do that earlier. But now it's letting me do it. Well, I don't know anymore. Chat. What is going on? It was telling me no earlier, but now it's telling me go. Also, I need to, for refining the tutorial, I'm going to need to, like, get this lined up properly. Because what I wanted to do is I want this piece to fold over until it's flat and be up against like that. See there? So I want the tutorial to be a little easier to follow. See, the other option with this is we could just drop it. The problem with dropping it is then it gets mad. When you drop things, then they tend to bounce around. But this might be a controlled way of lining it up, and then I could break it free to just let it sit down on top of those. But, so yeah, before it was telling me that objects must be aligned, and it was not happy. But we probably can get away with one hover brick now. The other thing I try to do with my tutorials is I try to... Yeah, there we go. See this? Here we go. This is what I was trying to tell you. See, it says objects must be aligned, which means we can cheat. We can cheat. Let me show you how we cheat. Okay, so if I put this piece right here, and then I come over here, and I grab... which one was I going to grab? Yeah, it was, this guy right here. Go grab this guy right here. I wanted this guy. Okay, so if I take this piece here, now what we can do is this is technically aligned. And because this is the only thing... Down. Oh, I forgot. It has to be... Sorry, chat. We'll get it eventually. Right there? Sure, we're going to pretend like that's the right answer. Okay, so if we now put this piece right here... if I can... Oh, my brain does not work like this. Okay, down. Right here. Okay, well, I'm trying to show you guys, too. So what we can do with this here is now that is technically aligned. So it is allowed. And here's where my mind is blown. If I attach this piece, the thruster will connect to it, and the chest will also connect to it. Which means then I can break the piece underneath and break it free. Which means that we're putting a thruster and the chests off the same piece that's facing. Does that not blow your guys' mind? Like it does mine? Because before I thought you needed to, like for the balloons, because they can only really be like, they only have one stud, you have to like, it's more of a pain. But because thrusters have like multiple areas, you can kind of like connect to the bottom part, and then you can connect to the top part and the thing that's inside of it at the same time. So, oh, I am using hover brick. Well, I'm not using a hover brick in the front because we don't need to make it more expensive. So, when I'm designing something, I'm also trying to keep in mind the cost of said object. You can die now. That is way better than trying to go over there to that thing. Okay, so instead of, well, yeah. So when I'm designing something, I am keeping in mind. Sort of says, "Hey, where's that white hugging jacket? I was around here somewhere." Hugging jacket. Oh, are you? I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Okay. So when I'm designing a tutorial, I do several things. First of all, I try to make it. Well, I make it free, so anybody can do it. Then I try to make it very well balanced and as cheap as possible. Then I go through and I make the tutorial as streamlined and as short as possible. So this costs 3 Durasteel and 5 Plastoid, which means if I can make the thing smaller and lighter, then here's some really cool perks happen. The smaller and lighter you make your vehicle, because damage is calculated based upon mass times speed divided by durability. Which means if we can get rid of the hover brick off the front that we don't need anyways, we make the ship lighter, which makes it lighter. Well, yeah, we get rid of the front one, it makes it cheaper and it makes it lighter. Because it makes it lighter, it makes that impact when I run into something to where I don't need to put. I noticed, Kaboom, you've got, if it's for looks, that's totally fine. Those yellow fenders that you're putting up front, they cost metal plates. So you're forcing somebody to go ahead and find 6 more metal plates. Thanks, you Maximilian. So because your ship is heavier, Kaboom, then you need to have metal fenders because they have a higher durability rating. You have to put the fenders on the front to protect the ship. So what the approach that I've always tried to go with is if I can make it light enough, then it doesn't matter what I build it out of, other than rugs. Rugs, like, you touch a rug, you look at a rug funny and it breaks. But yeah, you could literally, if you go right now, you can go to the top of the world and you could take 2 wooden blocks and you could drop them from max height and they won't break because they don't have enough mass that when they hit, the impact is not hard enough. So you can get away with that. So if we build the ship light enough, then it makes it so we don't need as many thrusters, which makes it cheaper to build. It makes it so it's faster to build, theoretically, though. Okay, that is something that I will give to you, Kaboom, that my tutorial, or like the building of this specific this specific speeder is going to be pain. That's why I need to work on the tutorial portion to break it down. These guys, okay, look away. These guys are just they keep grunting, and the grunting is just making me. Oh, it's like. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. Yes, I would love the fenders to be replaced with rugs. No, it would just instantly break. But the thing is, Maximilian, what I've tried to do is I don't want to try to just hoard this information. I want to make sure that all of you guys... Why are there another one? How many of these... Dude, what's going to happen is in a month, I'm going to be so sad that I don't have these anymore. And then I'm going to be like, why did I kill so many of them? I should have saved some. I actually did save one. I do have one in my barn. Anyways, so... if you go back and watch Maximilian, if you go back and watch my tutorials, or... I need to make a list of... These are my important videos, because I've shared, like, this technique I shared over a year and a half ago. I have taken it to a couple extra steps, like this one here. This is a new thing for me, to be able to place it, but then break off the thing that it was placed to and have it stick onto something else. And it does actually work. Okay, let's do this again. So let's build one, and let's try using the new thrusters. Gunslinger says we make the ship lighter, which makes the ship lighter. Yes, a Bobcat 2026. We make the ship lighter, which makes it lighter, which then, because it is lighter, it is more durable, which means you can run it into anything. Okay, take an example of this pod racer here. Oh no, that pod racer is pretty bad. I don't know where my other main pod racer went, so we're just gonna use this one that doesn't have hover bricks because this thing is light enough. I can run this. I can straight up run this pod racer into trees or run it into the ground. Like boom. Hey, we actually did some damage to that one time. Go. This one is just heavy enough that it will take damage. They are made out of stone. Like there we go. Just like full on ram it against things. But so it will take damage, but because it's light enough, it just doesn't really take damage. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's the other thing I think I mentioned it already. So the hover bricks, when activated, do actually make your ship slightly slower. So, if you are racing somebody in a pod race, turn your hover brick off when you hit the straightaway. The risk that you take by doing that, though, is if you hit a rock, if you're not hovering, then you're on the ground, and if you're on the ground and you run into something, then you tend to nosedive. And that's an issue that guy's got. That's why I'm really happy with the hover bricks. Or if you got a racetrack, you got to clear all the rocks. You can't be rocks. Which I'm glad that it slows it down, because then it makes it adds, in my opinion, it adds a layer of interest to the game. Because if the hover bricks didn't slow your vehicle down, then there would be no reason not to use the hover bricks. And I love the fact that, well, Doctor, so that's what you would think, but there is a max speed that you can achieve. And if you have the hover bricks, I think you would have a hard time. Like this guy here, which it's so the thruster can only move so much mass before it doesn't allow you. Like if I put the jumbo thruster on the Death Star, it would never achieve max speed because it cannot physically push that large of an object that fast. So I don't know if you could put enough thrusters on to compensate for the limitation that the hover bricks give you. The tires do the same thing. When I originally built this, I tried to build it with tires off the bottom, but the tires were slowing it down even if the tires weren't touching the ground. So I did away with the tires. It used to be that to change direction, it used to be that you had so much momentum going one direction, it was really hard to change direction. But with the new physics, you can change direction a lot faster, and a lot more smoothly. That used to be the other thing that why I would tune my vehicles so much in the past. If you used to not tune your vehicles correctly, what happened is if you tried to activate and push in two different directions, it would freak out the system, the physics engine, and it would like do funky things. They have worked really hard on the physics side of the game, the underlying code, which I'm very grateful that they did. And to now, Kaboom can get away with pushing forward and down. It used to be that it would freak the physics engine out, but now he can get away with that. It's fine. He can do his tutorials however he wishes, and I will have to just hold my breath. Oh, there's so many of those things. Okay. Enough. Kaboom is a fantastic builder. Kaboom is the reason that I have gotten into toys. I had started playing. Well, okay. I had started playing with toys before I became a YouTuber. Before I found Craftopia, I did already follow some tutorials. Breaking the law. Where is that thing? So I did already make some of those potted. Loving the new fecal. Yes, dude, Remy, the new pieces are amazing. Also, Remy, how you enjoying Minecraft? I haven't checked. I haven't had time. I haven't chosen to make time to watch your Minecraft stuff, but I would be curious to hear your thoughts on Minecraft. Remy is another person in our community that he's a YouTuber, and he streams. He's been doing some Minecraft stuff, so I'd be curious your thoughts on that. But I was gonna say, yeah. So Kaboom actually kind of got me really into toys, and Kaboom is a fantastic toy builder. He also, like, I do specifically, like, vehicles. Like I don't do fancy door. Like Kaboom's over there making hover doors. I know he's working on hover doors over there secretly behind the scenes, and I'm just like, I don't know how I would do that because I'm not smart enough to do that. I'm just gonna stick to my. You safely say you're hooked. Good. I'm just gonna stick to my vehicles for now. Eventually, I will probably do that. Also, like, there's other people that are fantastic. I know. We've got Rooster. We got Haskins. We've got a bunch of other people. TV games. I know we got Bikinico. Bikinico hasn't really chosen to be a part of Craftopia, which is totally fine. But like all those people they're building all kinds of walking mechs, which is insane. But I can't. I tried to do some of the walking mechs, and I got a short that I posted about that, and it didn't go so well because I tried to put like spindly legs on top of my AT-AT walker, and because the legs were too small, because I was trying to like optimize and make it really light, the swivels and balloons freaked out and caused the legs to do the jitter thing until the whole thing just like blew up and like flew into space and just pieces rained everywhere. Oh, sorry, ADHD kid here. Let's get to building. Oh, that's the other thing. Whenever I do a tutorial, if you notice, they don't all like. Yes, they start the same, but I don't personally use car jacks. Here's something else that I've seen a lot of people do is they do their tutorials from a car jack. Here's the problem: if you're in survival, you don't have fly mode. So you can't get yourself up here to build it off this car jack. The car jack is too tall. It is just straight up too tall. And if you think this one's too tall, check out this guy. If you're in survival, how are you going to be building off of that? That is too high. So when I'm doing tutorials, depending upon my needs, I will use stairs for my tutorials. I will use a short set of stairs because Shadow Saber, how's it going? It's going pretty good. We're working on redesigning this. The thruster is too high in the back, which means that it likes to nosedive. You always use a car jack in survival? Really, Doctor? How? I find it's always too high. I can't get up there. When I'm doing a tutorial, I use the short stairs because it's a set of stairs. So if you need to get up top, you can get up top to build on it, or if you need to be down here, you can if you turn that mode on. But I know no self-respecting individual would turn fly mode on in survival as I fly. Okay, it's actually creative, and I have fly mode on the other world that I was in. That was survival that we were just in. So, oh, what the heck, dude? I don't. These stairs. Do you guys see any stairs, dude? Hold up. Dang it! They're paid parts. They're Dreadnought Principal. I can't use those parts. I do free tutorials. I can use them for a ship that I don't do a tutorial for, but I can't do it for a tutorial for a video that. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, either I use the stairs or I will sometimes use like this. I guess this is the same as the car jack, but I will use this sometimes, or I'll sometimes use a floor, just like a 16 by 16 floor. What's up, Shadow? Let me guess. You got to meet another YouTuber in person and hang out with them. Oh, you still play Gospelcraft? Sweet, that's awesome. Okay. So yeah, if you watch the start of my tutorials, they do start differently because I try to figure out which one of those works the best for the build that you're Nathan, sweet. Joke's on you, I only have 3 parts. Yeah. Nice. So yeah, all my tutorials start differently. This one's going to be weird because in this one, I think that I need, why can I not jump up there? I am short individual. Oh, rank. That's awesome. So I think I need a pillar and a flat surface to work with. But the pillar has to, it's kind of annoying. So I think we'll start with, let's try to do it. I think we can achieve the same thing. If we start with that piece, and then maybe if I just do this, this only costs 1 wood. So if we snap, okay, it can't snap. Get out of here! You're not invited to this party. Yeah, that is so much easier than chasing it down. Okay, so it snaps to the bottom, which is annoying. So what if a guy... What if a guy takes And he stacks 1, 2. This might get annoying. If you do 3 of them and then you snapped. Oh no, I want to snap to the bottom one. So we go there. Oh, hold up. There's some spacing here which we can actually take advantage of. So if that brick has to be over there, because the space does matter from the length of everything. So this guy here is unfortunately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay, why is that not line up? With paid parts and call them premium tutorial. Dude, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. You should do it. Do it, I dare ya. 1, 2, 3. Why does it have to be 3 away? That's not the right size that I wanted. Okay, so if we... Oh, okay, so if we just go to the edge of there, that makes it... I can't see because it's night again. Yeah, he's gonna... Remy's over there to be like, and here's my premium tutorial. Let me show you how to make the premium if you pay for all these parts. Okay, so if I take a 16 by 16, and I snap it here, then it puts it over there. Okay, fine. Put it right there. Okay, so if we're working with this, I can work with that. I can work with that. The nice thing here is that is technically touching the ground. You almost had a heart attack. That's not good. And then I'm just gonna snap another color on here. I'll probably do that for the tutorial, but it wouldn't be necessary because this piece may need to be broken later. So then let's snap one of the swivel guys. Put a swivel there, which is going to be just slightly, oops, I did it in the wrong spot, I think. So if we go over here to where it is, an object is in the way. Okay, so it's technically above that. We could also try snap mode. Okay, snap mode is not going to work. So go right there. Boop. A spider crawling out of your pants before I, what? I don't know if I need to know about that, Army of Bananas. Okay, so yeah, we put the swivel on there, and then, beautiful, did you call my name? No. Okay, can you do something about the washing machine? It keeps beeping. Yeah. It wants to be balanced. Yeah, my washing machine is very finicky. It's like, this is not balanced. Okay, so, and then what we do is we shift this forward, oops, until it can't go forward anymore. Boop. So now it's only touching the front. And then the reason that's important is that we don't have to pull a second angle for the tutorial portion. And then we could take, you like when you have a make your own car race. Yeah. Ooh, dude, we could do a a timed make your own pod racer. That would be pretty sick. Okay, so then what we do is we snap the 6th piece on here. And then here's where things get really annoying. The reason this has to be so high is because you have to be able to reach underneath it because you can't reach under anymore because it's like, you're too short. And you can't crouch to go down anymore. That's a feature that I miss already. Okay, so, this portion of the tutorial is going to have to change because I can't get my little head underneath. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that will need to be taller. Otherwise, that's really annoying in future for the tutorial portion. Which may mean that we snap that higher, which yeah, okay, we might have to, well, I'll work on that for the tutorial. Okay, so now let's put this guy out of his misery. I missed. There we go. Dude, that is so much better. The silence. Do you hear the silence? To the sound of silence. Okay, so there we go. So we got one chest there, and then we gotta put the other chest on the bottom side. Okay, right there. Oops. Right. Ta-da. Okay, now the chests are back. Also, you figured out how to jump in the air over and over without touching the ground. Are you talking about the yellow lightsaber, Doctor? I would assume you're talking about using the lightsaber. Oh, it's the lightsabers in this one. It's probably the yellow lightsaber. I think I heard Kaboom talking about it. That somebody else was talking about it. If I can find the lightsaber, so it should be the green or yellow one. Add one. So you should be able to just take, and if you're not in, if you don't have fly mode on, let me turn fly mode on off for a second. Fly mode, fly off. Yellow lightsaber. Yeah, so they've got 6 colors. Like, dude, there's all kinds of stuff. Oops, I thought I turned fly mode off. Whatever. I think you were talking about, yeah, you can do that where then you can fly now and you should make a short about that, Doctor. Okay, so here's the nice thing. So we got this piece built here. And let me look at my other section over here. How did I have that? You can die. Dude, yeah, Shadow Saber, you need to get in here because they've got like some other quests. You can meet Grogu and you can unlock for free, might I tell you. And I have no clue how and why they did this, but for free you can unlock this. You can unlock this. You can unlock this over on Ninjago Island. Like all these are free. Like let me show you some of the stuff in here. This is all free stuff that you can unlock in the game. Like, do you guys see this stinking little piece? This little piece. We can make like a tiny little cute thing with this. It's gonna be sick. And a white one. There's a white one. I didn't know there was a white one. There's a white one too. You just noticed that yeah, dude, yeah, they added a hover brick. Shadow, go watch some of my YouTube shorts. In like 4 minutes, you'll be like, your mind's gonna be blown. 2 random thoughts. It's really hard to laugh and not smile, and then also very hard to make angry eyes and smile at the same. Yes, that is. Yes, kaboom. That Lego has been straight up cooking. There's a grate on this one. Yeah. Like, do you guys see all these amazing parts? They're like curved parts, and they're all free. You like my hair? I'm not sure. Like, should I actually just like do this for stream? Or does it just look really strange? I kind of do it because my wife kind of likes it. Like, they added this piece here, which is awesome because it's got a hole inside. Like, all these parts are free that, like, you can just go get them right now if you go play the game. Like, all of these parts. And, like, all these cool new stairs. And then you got, like, all these fence pieces. You got all these walls. Like, this piece here used to be paid. But now you can get it for free. And they've got, like, if you don't have Lucky's Lighthouse, not a problem. Because this thing has the lighthouse, like, roof. You could go make the Lucky's Lighthouse without paying for it. But you should go buy it, too. If it comes in the shop, you should actually go buy it and then use creator code to buy it, guy. Actually, hold up. You don't have the walls from that. You got this part. Oh, no, you do have the walls. You do have kind of, like, some of the walls. You could get away with it. You could get away with making a lighthouse. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. Yeah, like, dude, like, look at all this. You got, like, all these chairs. And dude, we got a free toilet. Do you guys, oh, it's a bone wash basin. Just to toilet. This one's a toilet. Yeah, we got new vehicle pieces. We got new lights. We got, this light is awesome. Like, do you see how big this light is? Like, that thing is amazing. I don't know what I would use it for. Oh, you could use it, like, in a massive ballroom. That would look sick. Or if you did something underwater, that would look cool too. They added these new chests. These things are expensive though. Like, wait, what? It only takes Oni Stronghold? These only take granite? How big is this chest? Oh, okay, it's really. I thought this was one that was really a bit. Yeah. You want to help me level up fast, and I'll get there. I've kind of made myself too busy. But, like, you guys look at this. Look at this. You guys see all these pieces? These rugs are sick. And the cool thing with these rugs are the same color as the floor pieces. Yes. Toilets excite me all the time. I love toilets, man. Like, dude, okay, look at this piece. Do you see this piece? Kaboom. Haskins just put out a tutorial, or he's putting out a tutorial. Probably be out tomorrow or the day after. I don't want to put him on a time limit. But he just made a mini Millennium Falcon, but at least he didn't call it the Minium Falcon. That I am trademarking and I'm using for my Minium Falcon, which is really tiny, but I haven't done the tutorial on that yet. Like, this piece is sick. I'll have to show you I'm sorry, I'm getting too distracted. Let me show you real quick. Let me show you Shadow. Let me show you this. Here we go. Let me go over here. And I'll show you what you can do with these parts. These free parts. Free. As in, no pay money. The only stronghold pieces you have to complete in-game quests. But it's not on... The only pieces are not on a time-locked event. The Star Wars stuff is a little bit time-locked. I don't like that. I would love them to tell us they are going to roll them back around. Even if we only got them, I would be sad if it was only once a year, but it'd be really cool if every like Star Wars season, they'd be like, hey, now that Star Wars season is back around, all these quests are re-available. If you haven't done them, you could do them. And if you have done them already, then you get like XP for doing them. Okay, so let me show you this ship. Right here. I think I crashed it. Yeah, so this ship right here. Oh, it's lagging out a little bit. Oh yeah, it's. Here we go. Let me get it back in the air. So this is built using free parts. This is entirely Oni pieces. Oni free pieces. Okay, I lied. I did use in here. I lied. Let me come clean here. This is a Raid Zeppelin balloon. I did use 2 of them in here. I used the Raid Zeppelin balloon, which was, and you can't get it right now. When the quest comes back, it will be free again. And technically, these thrusters are not Oni pieces either. But like the whole build itself, these are all free Oni pieces. Which means any person could build this. It's free. It's free. Should play Lego Fortnite again. Anyways, sorry. We're just geeking out. But yeah. And like shipbuilding is really hard because of like the front and the back. It's always hard to get them like to pull in. But then like look at this. Back here. This is one piece here. And this is one piece here. Like making the entire back of the ship. That is so hard to do. And you could just do it with 2 pieces now. Yeah, that flying ship right there. Yeah, if you just rewind this stream like a couple minutes, you can see it again. Rebel Outpost. Let me go back over here. Sorry, guys. I'm getting distracted. Yeah, they also, if you should... Okay, I spent my first ever V-Bucks on myself. I bought the pass because I finally feel like it was worth it. You get, like, all kinds of stuff with the new pass. You get, like, a bunch of ships and stuff. And it's really, yeah. Yeah, Shadow Saber's like, yeah. Shadow Saber's like, yeah, booting up the Xbox. Yeah, definitely get in there. With the whole new physics engine, if you go watch the last stream, I was flying around, and I'll do a tutorial on it later. You don't need balloons to fly anymore. We made a ship that flies so fast, it's like stinking fast. Yeah, it's like that fast. It's so fast, you don't need balloons. Just watch my last stream if you want to see it. I'm not going to go over there. I'm getting too distracted. Because you could fly so stinking fast with the new thrusters. Yeah, just watch my last live. Just like scroll somewhere to the middle. You don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to watch it. If you want to watch the whole thing, that's fine. If you don't want to, just watch the middle portion or like towards the end. Because we built a ship that flies. It just flies so fast. It doesn't need thrusters. Oh, it doesn't need bullets. Okay, so yeah, TV. Yeah, you don't need thrusters anymore, man. Okay, well, not thrusters, balloons. Yeah, Fortnite booting up. Yep. Get in there, man. Okay, so the other thing is, I wonder if I need to make this slightly lower, or if I need to separate. Okay, let's try lowering this a little bit. I know that we just put this all together, but let's try again. I won't destroy that. We'll just do another one here. So if we started, let's turn off the filters. Clear filters. Dude, there's like been so many updates this month. Also, what is this thing? That's awesome. Oh, cool. You guys see that little logo on the side? That is the gas symbol for the fuel company. I saw a really cool video. It's like Lego's fuel company. They originally had some deals with Shell and another company, but then Shell started doing some things and started getting some backlash, and so they're like, maybe we don't want to be associated with you. So they kind of backed out and kind of stopped doing. Yeah, Shadow Stable, you're just gonna have to wait like a day for it to update. It's gonna take a little bit. Okay, sorry. Back to the tutorial thing. Okay, so place this piece here. We'll grab a stone one, place one there like that, and then Let's grab one of these and snap it. Fine, whatever, it's fine. I'm going to snap it right here, but I'm actually going to nudge it out by one. And we're going to place another one on top. Boop. Now we have that gap. We have that gap to work with. And we're actually going to place another one on top here, but we're actually going to shift it towards me, because we'll use that in a second. Okay, so this time, let's try, because I want to see if we can make the tutorial. This is the problem with my tutorials, like they take too long to make because I go in here and I try to like make them way more complicated than they need to be. Okay, so if we put it one lower, then what might happen? Oh, wait a minute. We could go level, cause we can make. Here's how I like over engineer my tutorials. So if we're like level here, right? So we're like, yep, we're level. Need support. Yes, we're level there. Come in here, drop this here. We can skip a step. Instead of going back to the other block, we can go right here and we can place this piece sideways. Ooh. Right there. If we do that, and then, hey, welcome in, Caleb. I was just hopping in to say hi. I'm on my TV, so that's why I'm not responding. Oh, dude, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Okay, the problem with doing this way is that it's not 4, which means we actually need to shove the whole thing forward by 2. Okay. Now let's restart it again, but now we have to be 2 forward, which means we probably can get away with using the smaller one. If Lewis wants to play, yeah, that'd be fine. Okay, let me try using the smaller ones, because it'll be also cheaper for the tutorial if somebody's building it. Okay, so we'll do a little guy like this, a little guy like that, and then we'll do a little guy like that, and then we'll do several of these. Do 1. Okay, hold up. How many is that gap? So we got 8. Not okay. Let me see that. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there needs to be 13. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Which may be confusing. So how does that line up with another one of these? So if we just did 2 of those. Yeah, that's where we want it to be. That might make the tutorial portion a little easier if we do that. It's kind of annoying that it's off by 1, so you can't just, yeah, whatever, it's fine. It's fine! You made a hover tank? That's awesome, dude. Okay, we'll do that, and then we're going to shift this one over on top. And then, come in here. We're going to grab this. So make sure that's over top of there, and then shift it right there. Grab this guy. Oh, you can't snap. That's why I kind of like the other piece, because this one here you can snap. But that's fine, whatever. So we'll just need to make sure it's centered. Down. Put that piece there. Put that piece right there. And it doesn't line up. Because it's shorter, so we have to go the other direction, not that way. Break it all. Okay, hold up. We go. So instead of this way, we gotta go 1, 2 this way. So it's actually in by 1. Yeah, I know that. I know that. I know that. Like that. All right. Try that again. 17 time is the charm. No, they did not fix swivels. Well, I don't know. I haven't played with swivels, so I can't give you an honest opinion. I want them to fix swivels. So we put one there, and then one like that. That's what we needed. The nice thing is this. No, it's still not high enough. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We don't need it to be that high. Okay, so put this guy right here. Doop, 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 doop. Right there. What Star Wars vehicle should you build next? You should build the sand skiff. You should try to build the sand skiff. The one that showed off when Luke was thrown into the Rancor pit. Not Rancor pit.
Everything. You need to build everything. You need to build everything.
Okay, so then we need to put the other chest off the bottom of this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift this forward, back right there, and then down. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 Batman. Okay. So the issue with this here, oh, actually, because that's wider, that may actually work better for us. Oh, that's why I used that. I forgot. The reason that I also used the 4 was because I needed to put the driver's seat on there. I don't know if the driver's seat, if we can actually put it on here and still use the driver's seat. Yeah, that's not going to be happy with us. Okay, we may have to, we're going to have to modify this when I do the tutorial, but whatever. So right now we'll just put this over here, so the driver's seat's on here, so we can actually work on that. Why is it raining? It's always raining. Tacos. It's raining tacos. Okay, done with the top piece, so we can actually spin around. Yeah, like this. There's like, dude, there's like so many new things. Oh, hold up, that's not good. It does not like being pushed on that at all. Yeah, it does not like that at all. Might be a problem. Also, you need to shush your little zoom self. Thank you. It's the sand skiff. It's from one of the Star Wars movies when they're getting ready to throw Anakin in the. It's not the Rancor pit. It's something other pit. So help me, Star Wars nerds. It's that pit in the desert, and they like take out the sand skiffs, and then like R2-D2 throws Luke, not Anakin, throws Luke his lightsaber, and then he cuts his bonds. And then I think that's where Leia kills. That's where Leia kills the Hutt that she's a slave to. She like wraps the chain around his neck and pulls. Anyways, good, sweet. Okay, so we'll put that right there. Let's just kind of get this thing dialed in. Also, I'm still off by 2. I swear that I lined that up. 33 minutes. Okay, let me see. So, we need it to be... Does it need to be lined up with that? I think it does. Yeah, it does. It does need to be lined up. You found something called the Desert Skiff. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so... Goes right here. Does it go right there? I'm pretty sure it does. Where does it go off by 2? It does go off by 2. I know that. Oops, wrong piece. Okay. So now what we need to do is off by 2. So that way it lines up. That's technically centered now. And then we need another one. Right there. That's fine. Well, we'll do... Well, I guess it could just go... like here. Like that. That's fine. Because then... well, do we need the driver's seat to go on now? Or it can go on... I guess it can go on later. It doesn't have to technically go on right now. You're gonna get off and go to bed? Yeah, that's... Yeah, you got some really cool stuff awaiting you. Good night, Shadow. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Okay. Oh, I actually need to push this farther forward because what I want is I want to place multiple jets because I'm realizing I don't necessarily actually have to connect to that center one because I do want 2 hover bricks. And I'm going to, instead of putting, oh, wait a second, what? I don't want you to connect to there. Hold up. I'm not allowed to connect to that. Not allowed. I did not give you permission to connect to it. Okay? Get your little butt out of here. Okay, that should be at an odd angle so it won't connect. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to put these pieces in first. Oh, I can't connect those to there because it will freak out. Hold up. That's going to be a problem. Also, what? Do I hook it up differently? Because it's... Oh, that's the... yeah. I forgot. The reason that we are doing the bigger piece is to get it higher so it's out of the way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. So, the reason that we did this way, all of this needs to be broken. The reason that we did that was twofold. It was to give us something to connect to, which I think I should put that too low. And it's dark again. But by lifting it up, it's actually pushing it up and out of the way. So we can work on it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I have this great idea, which doesn't work at all. Okay. Go back to the way we were doing. Back 2 steps forward 1. Put this here. Now we're going to snap. Oops, snap. This right here. Put that guy right there. What is the second weakest thruster in the game? The second weakest thruster is the small thruster. Currently, we have a bunch in the game. Somebody was doing some testing. The Mad Puck was doing some testing. This is the same thing as the small thruster. And this one here, the Scoro, I don't even know how to pronounce that one. The Soro Sub large thruster, which it's called a large thruster, and this one's called a large thruster, and they're the same. This one's a small thruster, which is the same as the small thruster. And this is the steering thruster, which is weird because it used to be called the Zeppelin steering thruster. And I'm like, that's a dumb name. They need to change it. So now it's technically, if you look in the description of it, it's like it does actually call it like this Zeppelin steering thruster. But now it only says steering thruster. So I think somebody was listening to me, or they just wisened up. Okay. Well, let's put this guy on here. Shift it down. Boop. And then we need to... Ooh, I did not put that in the right spot. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Put this guy on here. Right there. Let's put this guy under here. My character's in the way. Tell my character to move his head. Okay. And we should be able to put this guy... right there, and then shift it back. There we go. Okay, that's where we need it. And the reason we want it that way is because we can then, first of all, it's easier to put a driver's seat up here. We can put a driver's seat here, and we can rotate it out of the way to give us just a little more room to work with. That also does line up beautifully with this. So now we can put this block here, because we're going to put that on top of there. We're going to put a second one here, and then one all the way out there. Okay. Let's put our hover bricks in to see if we can get them where we need them. So that one should be able to go there. Oh, that didn't just connect, did that? I hope that didn't connect. It shouldn't have connected. If that connected, that would be really strange. Okay, no, I didn't. Good. I thought it connected, and I was confused as to how and why it did that. Okay, so then this needs to go right here. The reason that I want to put this on first is because I want to try to see if this is the correct height. If we just snap on, we could snap on the large thruster, but I'm going to snap on these large thrusters to see if those are in the right spot. And we're going to do 2 just to, well, do we actually need 2? I don't know if we actually need 2. We'll try 2. Let's see what happens. But that should just come over and completely cover that. Boop-a-doop, like this. Oh, they're not lined up. Are they lined up? I don't think they are quite lined up. Oh, they are. But I think the whole thing is too high, isn't it? So those hover bricks, they snap onto the side. Hold up. Hold up. They snap lower. They snap way lower. They snap onto the lower section. Yeah. Okay, so that's a problem. Because they're going to be... No. What? How did I get the chest? Because they're snapping on the same height. Hold up. What is going... Did I get that whole thing too low? Did I put... I think I put that... Yeah, I did, didn't I? I think I put that thing too low. Chat. What am I going to do? Oh, no. What we going to do? Because once this gets lined up flat, it is lower than the other one. Which means I changed something in what I was doing. Yeah, that's way lower. What is going on? I guess it's just going to go... What? What the heck? I swear it was not that low earlier. Okay. Well, let's rotate that out of the way. And we're just gonna put these down on the floor where they're supposed to be, apparently. Okay. Let's put this right here. Oh, is it actually lined up? I think it was. Oh, yeah, it was off by 2. I need to put another piece over here. Ugh. Okay, so when it is rotated over, where's it sitting? Okay, so it's like a floor higher. Oh, wait a second. This does line up. I don't know why this lines up, but it does. So it lines up with the floor, which means we need like 2 floor thicknesses. What the heck? Fine, whatever. We'll do it 2 floor thicknesses. That's fine. That's not what I wanted, but that's totally fine. Also, I can't get in the driver's seat now. Dang it. Get up. I need to get on the driver's seat. I can't get on the driver's seat. And I can't get on that driver's seat. That's a problem. I probably should change the tutorial slightly so I can actually do that. Okay. Let me put... That's 6, so off by 2. 1, 2 on top of each other. That should be centered. So when we shift this into place, it should be... Also, why that... Oh, I think I about broke something. Okay, so... That is lined up with the center of... It should be lined up with the center of those. Yeah, okay. Okay. So it is lined up with the center. So we should be able to put this hover brick, because it's in the center of those 2, which means this goes over by 2. I think it was 2, yeah. Hold up, yeah, because those will be touching each other. So we go out by 1 and out by 1, because that gives us the space to work with. Now we need to rotate this just enough out of the way. And we'll just snap 2 thrusters, because if I can snap and that's correct. The annoying part about this is I can't adjust the height of the thruster after the fact. I have to do it beforehand. We can also put... Oh, that's sad. It's not going to like that, is it? Put a block there. And then we should be able to put a thruster here. And it should be happy with that. Hopefully it's happy with that. Okay. Gently down. Gently down. Okay, let's see if that's level. This is the part where I need to work on it a little bit to see if I can get it to be proper. Because it wants to be like not centered right. Is that centered? This is the part of the tutorial where I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I could choose to break. Because why is it doing that? We're just going to see what happens if you break this piece off. No, it's high. Oh, no, does it have to be a little? What happens if I just break that up? Is that squared up and level where we want it? No, it's not. It is not indeed. It's not where I want it. It might be close enough for the testing purposes. Hey, look. I think it actually shifted into place. So that might be part of the tutorial where you break it off and then you just don't touch it while you're building it. Okay. Yeah. Let's just go with that. See what happens. Okay. Let's grab the floor piece. Yeah. I'm getting tired and my brain's not working like it's supposed to. Okay. This is all the behind the scenes stuff. Thank you guys for being willing to watch this. This is the behind the scenes stuff. Need supporting piece. What do you mean need supporting piece? Don't give me none of that. I forgot. I need to put 2 floor thicknesses, which I need to. This is the part of the. This is the part where you don't realize that the work that goes into a tutorial is I do all of this off camera and figure out how does it actually work, and then eventually I figure it out, and then we're good. Okay, so now we should be able to go down. Right there. Here we go. Hold up. So that's fine, but now we actually, I just realized that those hover bricks are too close to each other. That's fine. They're supposed to be out by one, but that doesn't really affect the. They're supposed to be out by half a stud, because yeah, they are supposed to be one further apart. Because originally when I built this one over here, I guess that it's not necessary. No, it is necessary because the driver's seat has to go between the two of them. Boop. Well, I guess the driver's seat is just gonna have to go on top. We're gonna just have to, no, wait, are they what? How does that work? Because I swear that I put. Oh, you can't put a floor in there. Okay, hold up. I was thinking that it was like didn't fit in there, but it does fit in there. That is right. Okay. So what we can do now is we can put some floor pieces in here. The other one over here, it steers too quickly, which I don't know. I don't know how to keep that cool front because it needs more weight in the front of the hover bricks to keep the balance from the weight of the chests. Also, those chests are so heavy that the chest is keeping the whole thing off the ground. It's suspended by that chest. So the weight of, I don't know, what's your guys' thoughts? How do I do this? Those are too powerful. So I can move them farther back. I kind of like the shape or the look of those guys. So if I put them... If I put them farther back, it won't spin so bad. But if I go too far back, then the ship is going to want to tilt back, which means then I need to add some other weight in the front. And I don't know what kind of weight I should be adding to the front. Thoughts, chat. The other thing that I could do, I could rotate these hover bricks. 90 degrees. I like the fact that they go front to back. I think that looks nice. I could rotate them out. It would make them wider, and I think they might stick out. They might stick out a little bit. If I put them out, then that would make them farther back. I could also... No, they won't fit in. They won't go inside of the other object. It's a good thought, though. If I could put them inside, if I could glitch them in the hover bricks inside of the chests. That's not going to happen. Okay, we're just going to add some of these because these look cool. I use 6. Okay, 6 here. But then to get this one to be facing the correct direction, we snap a guy on the front like that. And then we snap a guy on the back like that. Oh, I did not mean to shoot a porg into existence. That's fine. I spawned you from the depths. So, we need more weight in the front. How do we get more weight in the front? I honestly don't know. Put a driver's seat up here. We could move the driver's seat slightly forward. If I move the driver's seat... No, that looks stupid. That looks really stupid. The driver's seat looks better back there. What else could I add to the ship to make it heavier further forward? Okay, so we could go... Let's add these 4 pieces on here. We got them. To add more, just to add more weight in the front. Thanks, Doctor. I appreciate that. That's super helpful.
To get more weight in the front, add more weight in the front. Words of wisdom from Doctor.
Okay, so we got there. Oh, it's the wrong color. It's fine. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So we can go down. Yep, you're well. Thanks. I appreciate it, Doctor. 2, 3. So I could. So we go 3 forward. The problem is I don't know if I need to go 3 forward. Well, it does need to go 3 forward, else it looks kind of dumb. Well, if we only go 2 forward, let's try only going 2 forward. Okay, how many is that? How many is that? So we have that one, 1, 2. So in this one here is we have that one and then 1. But we'll throw these thrusters on and we'll just put them on and see what happens, and then we'll mess with it more. So these need to go. Need supporting piece. So as far forward as we can go. So we'll try that first. Ooh. It does need to go on back by 2. I feel like that might make it too snub-nosed. I feel like that's too stub-nosed, and it's too high now. Which means to get it lower, we're going to have to... The problem is there's not a good 2x2. If there was a good 2x2, we could step down faster. Oh, that was the other thing. That's what I was going to play with. I was going to... You see, we could add a front thruster, kaboom, or we could not add a front thruster. So what I was going to play with, I forgot that I was going to do this, is I was going to add another technique. Was going to add an angled build onto this just to make life even more terrible. So if we put this guy like right here, and then we take this piece. Oh, I'll hold that after we put the thruster on there. Put that guy right there. And we just put this guy right here. We could shift it over. And then go forward. Objects must be aligned, you poop turd. What do you mean? Objects must be aligned. Don't give me none of that poop. There we go. Put that piece there. And then what if... that needs to be a 4. That needs to be a 4. But there's only like 2 4s. And I don't like the colors of the 4s. We need Lego Fortnite to add the remainder of the 2x2s. I thought I shot you. Okay, so there's this 2x2, which doesn't look good. And then we have the other 2x2, which is a paid piece, is the problem. It's paid. Why is it gotta be paid?
It's always going to be paid.
So this one's a 2x2. It's a generic, but it's white. And as a white guy, I shouldn't have a problem with being white, but I do. It looks kind of ugly. We might just have to do it. Fine, whatever. Okay, we'll just rotate it. We'll just rotate it. What does it look like if it's like this? It's not bad. It's not bad. And then we can throw this piece. If we go like, that's 12. Ooh, that's long. That's longer than we now want it. Okay, we'll put the 6 here. Let me shift it over. Oops. Let's try the Oni pieces because I want the color to match. Oni 8. 4 forward. Objects must be aligned. Supporting piece. Object must be aligned. Okay, so it's fine. Okay, let's replace these. It shouldn't break anything. This shouldn't break anything. I don't think it does. Okay, let's add the 4x4 pieces in there. We don't need the 6x6. We'll only add the 4x4, and then we'll build the front in the other orientation so we can snap to it. Okay, so we need 4x4. Go like that. And because it's not going to be seen, we can now ignore the fact that it's facing the wrong direction. That's fine, because you won't see it. So we can add the 2 of those in there, and now, because they're shorter and they're in a different orientation, we can add a new piece in the front in however orientation we want, which means that unlocks some creativity. We could add a light, maybe. Let's see what we got for lights. Also, it has to be a free light. Chat, what should we put? What should we put in here? So I'm thinking, because we got to go to the nose of the thing. Oh, wait a second. I might know. There's a shelf that might be free. That looks like it's got like a scoop. There's a shelf. There's a. No, those are not shelves. Surfaces. There's a shelf. These. But the other one, the smaller one, this one. What if I added? What if I added these little scoops? Need supporting piece. I need a supporting surface, and that's too wide. But you could like add those little scoops on the front. That would be pretty cool. Oh, that would be kind of cool. But I don't think there's a good way to do that. Oh, hold up. I figured it out. Watch this. I don't know if we need those scoops though, but they look kind of cute. And unfortunately, because they're facing sideways, then that gives us the whole. We can't use it. We cannot use it. Because it gives us the wrong orientation for the next piece. But you could add those. Like right there. And then, you could add the other one on, and you could make them snap onto each other, and then that would be too complicated and unnecessary. What should we add, chat? I need to know. What should we add? I could add some lights. If I could figure out if there was a good light. It's always good to add lights. Something I learned from Rooster. He does a lot of lighting stuff. Those are both paid, so we can't use those. This one is paid, so we can't use it. All the cool lights are paid. Let me see. This is where what I do is I just look through every piece in the game, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about using that one. I wonder if all the toilets are too big. Ooh, the first order, that would be pretty sweet too. There may be. What if we just honestly used? Ooh, some of these might be good. Hold up. Front thrusters again. Yeah, of course. I should have known that was coming. So we could add this guy. What if we just added this guy? Would this look really dumb? Probably would. I don't know. That's not terrible. Let's just leave that on for right now. That probably does not match color-wise. I'm just going to leave it on. We're going to see what happens here once we get this front piece on. The Oni Stronghold. So we're going to shift it over here and then shift it forward. What? There we go. I don't know, chat. What do you think? Does that just look weird? I almost think that just kind of looks weird. I don't know if I like the... Well, let's put these on first, and then we can make fun of it. Let's put these on first, then we can make fun of it and decide that this is a bad idea. Super long range shot. Okay. I don't know. That looks so stub-nosed now. It looks like too short. Like that speeder looks fast, and this speeder looks stupid. It just looks too short. What do you think, chat? It just looks too short. The problem is it has to be shortened up if we want it to actually fly right. We're just gonna break it off the stand, and we're gonna just fly this to see how it actually. Oh, hold up. We need to adjust the thrusters. Hold up. So this one needs to be for going forward. This one needs to be going for forward. This one needs to be for going left. I mean right, and this one needs to be going for the left. And then we need to sleep. Okay. I'm worried that once the hover bricks won't be able to keep it level. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, see, so there's not enough weight in the front. That's why I made it so long in the first place with the other one. Hey, Angie, how's it going? So it's too heavy in the back. This means it needs to be more heavy in the front. I don't know how to add weight in the front besides adding a thruster. Kaboom. Okay, so I could put a light. Is there a good light that we could put up here? Oh, that's Durburger. That's Tinker. That's Paid. Is there a good light that would go up front here? Oh, like Buck back. Well, welcome, Buck back. I could add. So we had the first one moving here, but it's not good. And all these cool lights are paid. Oh, the Ninjago one. This one's not paid. Ooh, we could add like some lasers. So we could add some shocks and some laser shocks. Another object is in the way. I mean, another object is in the way. Oh, because it's in that orientation. Hold up. That was that did seem very stressful. Angie's saying hi to Rooster and to Kaboom. Okay. Paid. I want a free piece. All these cool ones are paid. It's not a great light. I wanted to kind of put a free light up front. I could use this, but that kind of just looks weird. We could do it as headlights. Do it as little headlights. It looks so dumb. Well, it's not bad, but it's like, nope. That does not add to the aesthetics quite good enough. We could add... Ooh, I know what we could do for adding weight to the front. We could go over here. And we could add some weight to the front. How you guys feel about this? Should we just... There we go. Okay, why is it like stuck in this orientation? It's like stuck to the ground. What the heck is going on? Why is it stuck to the ground? I turned off the... I might need to log out and log back in. The hover bricks are turned off. It's making on sound.
Like, no one's gonna mess with my crew.
So those thrusters are still too high. Also, these front thrusters are just too powerful. They're just way too powerful. We need less powerful thrusters. This thing drives absolutely trash. But we could mount the cannon up there. Let's try. Okay. That's annoying. So let's... I really like those thrusters on the front, though. They look so nice. It makes me sad. I don't think we can use them. I think we need to do something else custom with the smaller the smaller steering thrusters. Because it's just not... It's not going well. Put this here. 2, 3. And then let's go ahead and add, what do those front things look like? There we go. Chat, what do I do? What do I do for some really cool, like, pods in the front? It has to be with free parts, though. I guess they have those triangle pieces. What I would kind of like to do, but it's paid, is these lights up here. There's these really cool, like, triangle lights that would be fun to put on here. But they are paid. These, right here. You could, like, rotate them outwards. Because they kind of look like the... They kind of look like those, the actual ones. We could do... Let's look in the roof pieces. I bet there might be some roof piece. Or like one of... like that could work. But that's too big. Chat, what should I be... I could use the rugged roller pieces to put them on sideways. The problem is they're very fragile. They're extremely fragile. And they would just break as soon as you bump into anything. The most this hover fleet. This could actually make a pretty cool back to a speeder. I don't know, chat. I honestly don't know. I'm kind of at a loss because I was going to use those and they look great, but they're too powerful. I don't want them to tune them down. Maybe I just use... Well, those are paid. I can't use those. These are the wrong color. They would kind of work. The new Luft Llama pieces. I could... Oh, so I could use Oni Stronghold? If I flip those... No, that's not good. I could just do, like... Those are... My goodness, these seem, like, way too big. Like, they seem small in my mind, and then I get them on my ship, and then they're, like, way too big. Like, all these parts, they're just too big. The first order pieces would be great, but they are paid. Ooh, Oni Stronghold. Potentially. Let me look up the nose of a speeder. Couple different designs. Speeder Star Wars. Let's see. So yeah, so they got these weird like look at that. So we got that. So my guess here, we could we need something spiky up front. Do we just go like with something like that? No, that looks kind of weird. There might be something in you can get some we should look in the toilet section. We need to look in the toilet section. Seating? No, plumbing. Toilets. We could just straight up add this toilet. It's spiky. I kind of want to just add it. I kind of want to just add that toilet. Because it would work. And it would be a toilet. Because you just mount this guy facing forward. The spike part works, but the other part does not. So maybe just the chair. Let's see if there's a chair. It's got those spiky part. The new Oni chair. Does it have spikes? It does have spikes. But it's too bulky. These guys never end. But good thing we can destroy them with one blast. And they're done. Okay, Cyberpunk sofa. I don't know what to do, chat. I don't know anymore. Ooh, well, that's first order, so I can't use it. But this first order sync thing would work pretty good. This one right here. Like if you put, oh no, probably not. Let me look in the cutlery. We might have something over here. Because there can be some weird thingamabobs that are the right shape. So yeah, this is what inevitably happens when I'm building a tutorial. I'm like looking through all the pieces trying to find the right shaped one. And sometimes I find it and sometimes I don't. I'm just not finding something that screams to me speeder nose. Not seeing something that screams speeder nose. There's this radio thing here. All these first order pieces would be great, but I can't use them for this. That's first order. That's Daft Punk. Can't use it. I could use the cash register, but that one's Durburger. The Durburger cash register would be pretty sweet. Oh, dude, the turbo fan's pretty sweet on this guy. That's paid. We like chat. Also, I want to see somebody make a ship using this. This piece would be sick. This piece would be like sick for like the nose of a ship. Somebody should make that. Ooh. Cute little castles. I don't see. So what if we put a seat sideways? Oh, that's Ninjago. Workshop stool. Rooster's building and lurking. Sweet. What you working on, Rooster? So those are like yellow. We can't use a yellow seat for this. Need something like black, but all the black ones are first order, which are paid. We cannot use them for this tutorial. Has to be free. What if I used... Is there a piece in the floor? And there might actually be a floor piece. There might actually be a floor piece for this. If I threw a couple angled... Hold up. There might be an angled... Oh, you're working on hoverbike too? Sweet. How's it coming? Because mine is just giving me pain. I can't shoot anymore. That's when you know you're tired, is when you can't shoot and hit a target. What the heck? I can't hit this one. There we go. Dude, I do appreciate that they made it so we can smash them by shooting them. This piece should be as small, so it shouldn't be down here. That's too big. That's too big. Okay, so what if we just added on the front, this front piece, your friend, we were family tonight. Sweet, Angie. That's awesome. So if we added, let me look back in the vehicle parts, because I wonder if one of these gold pieces. Yeah, it's hard to build small. Yeah. See, Angie, thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Tell my family we say hi, and we love you, and they are blessed to have you. So are we. I almost wonder if one of these roof pieces, if I could just snap it on the front and be done with it. You could almost just take, like, oh, that's Haunted House. We can't use it. The Dreadnought Cruiser, can't use that. This one's Star Wars, so you can't, it's Imperial, so you can't do that. This one here, Majestic Manor. It's the wrong color, and that's huge. It doesn't seem that big until you actually, like, get it out. So I don't want it to be sleep. I don't want there to be my garden plot here. So I could use one of these. If I just stick this guy. What if I took this and I put it rotated? No, that wouldn't fit. Would not fit at all. None of these are right. That's way too big. You're like, these pieces look small, and then you get them on the ship, and then they are massive. Which is too big. Oh, fences. I have not checked fences yet. Nope. Well, there is this piece. What if I just did this? If I did the Oni Stronghold. If I just did that. I kind of wonder if I could just get away with putting one of these on the front. Let me try that. The Oni Stronghold's got some pretty sweet pieces to it. So if you run into a roadblock, just go turn on Oni Stronghold. And fences. Yeah, just go turn on Oni Stronghold, and then you'll be like, oh, that's what I needed. Okay. What's going on about a Bram Murder? I am struggling. I'm trying to design the front of this speeder, but it needs to be built with free parts. And I'm getting struck by lightning and wishing that lightning did not exist right now. Needs supporting piece. So this needs to be shifted down by a half a floor. So I don't lightning adjusted my the lightning literally adjusted where I was going to put it on. So I'm trying to make a... There we go. The problem is I had these pieces on there which looked sweet. Like on this guy over here. So I had him on there. And this looks cool, but the problem is this flies like trash. These things are too powerful for this size of a pod rate of speeder. So I need to do something else as the nose. But I'm just not finding anything that works great. The piece has to be free is the key. And it's not nighttime. It's never nighttime. So we're going to need to use these small... I could put them in here. The other thing is I could sneak them... like right up here. If I needed. I'm going to just throw them on here for now just to see what happens. That looks absolute trash. That's the problem. What would happen if these were up here, though? I just want to know. This is not the official end of this build. Like, that's not... So like, we're still really light up front. I think those hover bricks, we're just going to have to rotate them out sideways. Because those chests are just so stinking heavy. We don't have enough weight in the front. Yeah, let's go warp from the ground up. Let's rotate those sideways. Or if I only had... Well, the problem is I can't put one hover brick in the middle because it's not in the right orientation to stick that center piece to. So I can't have one unless I put it under. I could potentially put it under. So what would that look like? If there was a hover brick under here, would that be too low is the question, though. I guess that wouldn't be too low, would it? That wouldn't be too low. It would be a little bit low. It would be a little bit low. But it wouldn't be bad. Okay, next thought. Can I stick... If I rotate this piece, instead of connecting it to a floor piece, what if I connected it to a fence piece, specifically a free one, in that orientation? Not this way, so if it's pointed forwards. Then that will let us shift... Oh, also, parameter, watch this. See this? Boom, you shoot them and they stop making noise. Okay, so let's start again here. Let's try using the fence piece instead. So we're gonna start by grabbing ourselves swivel. We're gonna put it in place. And we're gonna grab our wood foundation piece, shift it out. And we're gonna put our 2x6 on here. Floors 2x6, not 8. Put that guy on there. Put a second one on there for putting a thruster on the underside. The other thing we could do is instead of having thrusters in the front, we could make a couple thrusters pointing backwards, and then we could individually... No, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I just already talked myself out of it. Okay. I don't know why I like blue so much. I just do. Okay. There. Also... So, we've got... Oh, I'm starting to get some lag. I probably need to log out and log back in. Or stop building so much in the same area. So, got those here. What happens if we rotate this sideways and then we put thank you, Roman. My mind does work in strange ways, which means that I miss some obvious things and people are confused what I'm doing sometimes. But there is some method to this madness. Okay, so if I take and I put well, let's see how far does it actually rotate over. So, if we have this rotate over, doop, 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 doop. So it comes down flat. or mostly flat. And we jump on it till it's flat. Jump, jump. Okay, so if it's here, and we put a block. Let's try this. So if we put a block right here, object must be aligned, which is fine. Ooh, that is good. That I think. Okay. Chat, here we go. So if I put this block right here, one hover brick, right here, boom. Okay, now what's gonna happen is when this folds over, it folds over on top of the hover brick. Boop, doop, doop. Beautiful. Okay, now, watch this. We take and we snap to the front of the hover brick, because you can snap to the hover brick. Snap this way, and then we grab ourselves one of these. We should be able to nudge it down. No, okay, yes, it does. Good. Okay, can we nudge it? Is that centered? No, that's not centered. So, we want to put a Zeppelin thruster, because I think when you center this, you can actually shift it over, but, and unfortunately, it's going to shift the half stud the other direction too. Down. Yep, it needs to be. Okay. 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 Well, let's put on. Well, we still have this here. Let's go ahead and put two of these thrusters. So this one was still nosing into the ground. Is that the answer? This was now. I guess it's. Yeah, it's still wanting to nose into the ground, which means the thruster needs to go lower. That actually flies pretty good. We're getting there. So let's snap two of these thrusters. Because it's still wanting to nose to the ground, that means it needs to be lower. Which means we're actually going to break this, and we're going to shift it down by 1. But we can leave the hover brick this time. So we're going to shift these down by 1. Really? Am I doing this? I feel like these are going to be way too low now. Well, we're flattening the whole thing, so it may actually be fine. So we'll just put two of those on there. We'll just do it this way, and we'll mess with it more in a second. So we do that. Break this. We're just going to use a regular one. We're going to do two of them, just because. Why not? Right there. Right here. Put one there. And let's see if we get the object must be aligned warning. And I hope we don't, but we probably will. Okay, come right there. I want it right there, but slightly lower. We need to figure this step out with the tutorial. It's probably going to have to be that it has to flip down onto a platform, and then you break it off, and then it will lay flat. Because it is flat. It's just not quite flat. Go down. Which means the problem is I can't get it quite perfect. Ooh, that's pretty good. Until I get out of the driver's seat, and then I'm gonna go over here, and it's gonna be not square anymore. Okay, please be lined up. Okay, there should be more parts on. Hold up. Let me real quick before we do snap that on. If there's not more parts on this thing over here, then it's gonna freak out and it's gonna snap wrong. Objects must be aligned. I just had it aligned, so I think we'll be good as long as we shouldn't get the. We might get the alignment issue warning. Is it actually attached or not? It is attached, but it's not square. That's pretty far off, actually. Let me break that and replace that. Come on. Gotta be close. Oh, here's what we can do. We can do to make it slightly better. We can't put it where the thrusters are, but we can put these two. Oh, we can put those under there. So we can put the floor back. We can put the floor back. Ooh. Okay. Now I think this can actually sit on the floor. Be just fine. Well, I want it to sit on the floor, not in the floor. Come on. I guess this have to be a floor higher. Oh, also, Roman, if you were curious, you can shoot those things to make them stop as long as they stop moving around. Stop moving around. You could shoot them instead of chasing them all the way over there, which is something somebody said on Kaboom stream. I didn't figure that out. But everybody needs to know about it because those things are so annoying. Okay. Let's put this. Unfortunately, it has to go. What the heck is going on here? Fine. It's going to go right there. Let's see if that makes it too high. That might be where it needs to be. Till we get out and then it freaks out and it's like angled wrong. Okay. Let's try this. Yeah, do you see that? It just shifted on me. Okay. And then down. Objects must be aligned. Don't give me none of that poop. You liar. You were just lined up. I know it's possible. Because you just did it. Let's not break it. We're going to break it. I think this floor is too thick. I think it's preventing it from going all the way down. I thought it was lined up though, so I was like all excited. It's too far down. Go up. So if we just... Okay, let's commit. We're just going to commit by breaking that off and then hope that it's lined up. You don't like kyber crystals, or do you have a problem with the Padawans? Dark side, are you? Poor training droid. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, please. Okay, sweet. Okay, so it is officially lined up. There we go. So I think the answer is you just get it over and then you break it off to get it to line up. So now it is technically connected, and we only have one. We only have one, which is beautiful. Hover brick, which makes the whole build cheaper. And gives us a little bit more room if we wanted to put... Ooh, wait a minute. What I could do now that we have extra room on the sides, we could break that thruster. We're done with that. We can break these. We're done with them. We just can't break the bottom piece. Okay, so we need to put the driver's seat up top. Let's see if we can just slip the driver's seat up without having any issues. Come on, just... Oh, shoot. I was worried that was going to happen. If we just snap it to the top, can we go up? Another object is in the way. That's what I was worried about. Well, is it... Hold up. Is it just because that there's a piece forward, or is it up? Okay. No, it is. That's fine. So what we do is with this piece is we just attach one to the front. It's the same height. We throw a thruster on top. This is unfortunate that it will add an extra step to the tutorial, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, it's not wanting us to go all the way back either. Hold up. Let me try this instead. Snap to the side. We'll add a thruster on the side here. See if that lets us get it slightly farther back. There we go. That's flush and clean. Break that there. Okay, so now we got that. Now we got the piece on there. So now we have to somehow make the nose of this. Let's go right here. Let's go up by one. Another object is in the way. Needs supporting piece. Another object is in the way. Oh. Roman, I would love to see. DM me over on Discord. Some of your builds. I'd love to see. There's so many amazing builders in this game. I get lost as to who built what. So I'm not sure if I've seen your build stuff, and I'd be curious to see it. I would love to see it. Oh, that was the other thing that I was gonna do. Is I was gonna rotate that hover brick. I forgot. I was gonna rotate that hover brick sideways to make it farther back. Was the whole reason that we did this entire thing. So we gotta rebuild it. Oh, never ends. Hypothetical question: would you create a being made from multiple parts that don't necessarily belong together that you found lying around? Lego Frankenstein? Roman, do you have a YouTube channel? I would love to see your stuff if you posted it somewhere. Let me see if I can look up I can look up, see, doop 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 doop. Oh, come on, why can't I just go to your channel? If you have a channel. I'm just trying to click your name and, like, pull it up, but it's not coming up. Yeah, I'm curious. But you might ejected? What do you mean? Let me see. Let's throw... So we need one of these in the front. So the whole reason... Oh, you have a Twitch? Okay. I don't watch Twitch because I can't watch it. I watch YouTube. Well, I listen to YouTube while at work. I just because I can keep the screen off and keep it in my pocket while I'm working. I would like some, but I can't right now. Okay, so let's see. Oh, forgot that front one. The top one needs to go. That's fine. We don't need it anymore. Okay, so redo the whole thing. The other thing is I might not necessarily need to... Oh, well, it does need to be built in this orientation. Here's the reason. Here's the whole reason that we do this in this orientation. It's because the top chest is not actually connected at first. And because it's not connected, the top chest, when we first put it on there, is literally just sitting up there. And because it's sitting up there, we cannot build it in this other orientation. It has to be built. Eject it. What I'm about to say. Oh, you mean reject it? You can say it as long as it's appropriate and kid friendly. Let me see. So the reason that we need to build it in this orientation and then rotate it is because the chest would fall off. So by doing this, then we were able to... That chest is literally just sitting up there until we lock it in with the second one. That's why I forgot that. I'm like, there's a reason. There's a method to my madness. I know there is still madness, but there is method. Okay, so now... Oh, wrong thing to hit. Now, they are locked together and they can be rotated over and dropped into place. But we need that hover brick now. So the hover brick needs to be centered on the edge right in front here. Is it fine if you have a friend request? You can send me a friend request and I would accept it. The one thing I will let you know though is I don't even have time to play with the people that I know really well, like Kaboom, Serto. I even have a group of people that we try to play. And just madness to your method, and it's beautiful. I'm happy to be friends with you. I unfortunately won't be able to play with you, because I can't even play with my regular friends, because I'm too busy, and it's sad. Okay, let's see. So, is that actually lower? No, I think that is level. That is level. Okay, so we put 2 of those on, and then we can put this piece on here. I need a break. Come on. I missed it. There's no bullet drop. I was trying to account for... Oh, we still have it. Great. Yeah, you can send me a friend request. I won't ever be able to play with you. And you won't... I would appreciate it if you would not send me request to join. Because sometimes I'm filming. And if I'm filming and you send me a request to join, then it shows up and it could interrupt the middle of a filming section. But I'm happy to be your friend. See, so let me see if I can snap. If I could just shift this over and then back and then down. I need supporting piece. Okay. I think it still needs to go back by 1. There we go. Oh no, it needs to go back by another 1. No band hammer. Oh yeah. Well, I would say if you send me too many like requests to join, I don't think I've really had to do it with anybody. Maybe I did one time. They were just kept repeat. It wasn't just like a request to join once. They just like spammed it a bunch of times. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't be your friend anymore on Fortnite. Okay, so we put 1 there, which then would let us attach this. Once it flips over, we can then attach it using the other one. Was there anything I needed to do before I added the rest of them? Oh, what this does do is we can throw on some I bet you we could put the Zeppelin steering thrusters right. Oh, we can't put them underneath, but we can put them. We'll have to see how that looks. Let me just get the basics of this thing built first. I was kind of thinking that the steering thrusters need to be in the front. I don't know how I'm gonna get them to look nice. Let's get the base design down here, and then we will worry about the nose cone once we actually get this thing working, because this one is being very finicky with me, and I'm not sure why it's being so finicky. So we'll just commit to this one here. We'll just lay it over, and we're gonna lay it over, and we're gonna break it off. Oh, well, let's not break it off while it's still in that angle. Hold up. Here we go. Don't be so angled when we break you. Okay. Now it should be flat. It's not quite flat. It's close. Flatten your fat butt out. Okay, there we go. My Fortnite name is the same as my YouTuber name, which is the same as my Discord name. Boom. Okay, now they are attached with thrusters inside, which is what we needed. Nice doesn't matter for proof of concept. Yeah, but I want it to look nice. Okay, so got those on there. We need more weight in the front, which this does not help with because now it's lighter in the front, which is fine. Let's just throw, for weight's sake, we'll just throw one of these on because this is simple and easy. And like, what? This is taller than the hover brick? What? No one told me this was taller than the hover brick. The poop. What the heck, man? Sweet. Wait, friends can see your status online. Okay, wait, that's really long. Yep. I will accept your friend request. Let me see. But I won't be able to play with you, which is the sad part. Functional now, decorations later. Fine, you are right, Sirto. Okay, well, let's just throw, in this case, let's just throw that piece there, and then we'll throw the same thing on the other side. We can make it look kind of cool. I don't know, that speeder looks really fat. I don't like it. Don't like it one bit. Hold up. Break that off. I don't like them. I know we're supposed to go for functional right now, but I don't like them. Okay, so snap that on there. Put this guy up here. I might have to log out and log back in because it's becoming like really. Oh, I forgot there's this glitch where it's not happy. Okay, so back right there. Okay, so now we got the driver's seat where we want it. Now we need to put the nose on the front of this thing. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Roman. Let me see. So we need to put a front on this thing. I'm thinking we could use. Well, the problem is not going to be in the right orientation. Actually, it might freak out less. Now that we're not sideways, it will actually freak out less when we try to put the nose on the front. So let's put on. These could cover. And look pretty sweet. I don't know. Let's get the nose done first. Let's go for. Did you guys like the sloped nose better or the stepped nose? So like here's the stepped nose. I guess this one is the more accurate one. So we have the stepped nose, which uses just we're stepping the pieces down. Which do you guys like better? That one or the one over here that we were playing with? Oh, that one is stepped nose too. One of these had a sloped nose. I swear one of them did. That one stepped too. Where did that speeder go? Apparently I'm on speeder number 5. Or maybe I broke that sloped nose off. Okay, the other one, yeah, I had it sloped. Model after Sarah Jessica Parker? What do you mean? I don't even know who that is. Sarah Jessica Parker? What am I modeling? What about her? Television producer? This, why am I, what does that mean? Model after, so what is, how, why am I modeling? Why, I'm confused. What do you mean by Sarah Jessica Parker? I don't understand. I am confuzzled. Okay, we're just gonna, for simplicity's sake, we're just gonna snap onto the front of this and we're gonna step it down. She is Marie Dutroux. I don't, fuck. To Matt, okay, I haven't watched that movie, so I'm kind of just lost, sorry. I'm just gonna, okay, here we go. So we go step right there, and then we can go step down, step down. Okay, that is a really ugly speeder now. There needs to be some more bulk going on in there. Oh, dude! I haven't got one of these things in forever. See one of those? See one of those in a long time. I'm really glad they're back. I'm sorry, Serto. I have failed you. I failed you, Master Wayne. I failed you. So we could do what? Another object is in the way. That's poopy. Okay, so we need, do I need to put one of these? Well, that light was not free. That light was paid. So I can't use that light. It's from the first order set. Okay, let me filters. Let me look for what we have available for filling the body shape out. We got generic, log cabin. That's free. Ravens versus not. Starter shack is, the salty seaport is, Pleasant Parks. Oni is, the Loof Llama is currently free, but people are going to get mad when they don't have it later because they didn't complete the quest in the next 5 months. But we got it for 5 months, so I'm going to say that it's free for now. Because this tutorial, once I finish it, nobody's going to know about it or care about it after, like, later. Anyways, so we can get away with doing that. Hold up, let me shoot this little Padawan trainer. Okay, so, oh, these are part of the Loof Llama? That's cute. Okay, so none of the lights are going to fit in that space very well. I guess this thing could. Ooh, that's pretty big. I don't know if we're going to, there's not really a good spot for that. That one was like the only one that would fit, but it doesn't fit. So we're not going to put a light in here. Light is not, oh, wait a minute. Hold up. This is angled. This is angled, chat. But it's got that weird thing that sticks off the top. Serto says, and you think you know a guy, too much time in trees. Yeah. Yeah, I've spent too much time in trees. So we could just like straight up put a light right there. Chat, what if we just put this light up here? Have serious, Shogun Palace. What if I just stuck a light up here? I'm serious. If we just flip this right here, it almost works. It almost does. It's a little weird, the having that light up on the front, but it almost works. I'm almost like gonna mess with this to see if we can make this work. Cause yeah, there's a weird light sticking off the top, but if a guy, well, let's shift it down by 1. So if a guy messes with this, hold up. If a guy messes with this, so puts it there, and then puts like, I don't know. The light is a little bit distracting, I must admit. What if it puts like these pieces on here? Well, it'd have to be like this. Okay, I don't like the coloring on that, but you could almost. Okay, let me see. What do we do? What do we do here? What are we doing? Chat, what are we doing? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Okay, so free parts. Let's look through these. Is there like a table we could throw on the end of this to just make it work? Like I keep running across this piece and thinking that this piece might like do something. Like you could just like slap that guy on there. But I don't. This is not working. That's way too big. A guy could throw. No. None of these work. A guy could like throw a shelf on the front. No, that's too big. What if a guy threw on like the Shogun Palace courtyard? That's too big. It's too big. When you're building with these tiny things, everything is too big. Nope. No rug's gonna fit there. I could put... Okay, I could put 2 of these. If you curve those tips in... Except they were in... Let me see if I can find the orientation. If you went like this here... Half serious. If you went like this, and then you nudged it down... if you went like this... Oh, come on. Find a spot to stick on. Another object is in the way. What do you mean another object is in the way? Needs supporting piece. But if there's like 2 of those that kind of hooked around, that might almost work, but not quite. I don't know. You could do 2 watering cans in the front. That could work. 2 of those? No. None of these work. None of these look right. We could do 2 anvils. Then it would be like indestructible too. We could put just a Luft llama head on the front. That would not mess with the balance at all, would it? Okay, so what if I put like 2 of these? Okay, that would have to be in a different orientation though. Well, if I was doing that, then I should just use the fence pieces. It's because you got the fence with that spike on the top of it. Okay. I don't know, chat. Should I abandon this line of inquiry? I feel like this light just does not work. I want it to work, but I don't think it actually works. Okay, because we could do... What if we did... So if we put like 2 spikes on here. Oh, come on. Why do you want to stick on? There's got to be a spot that it sticks on. If we had like 2 of these spikes, maybe if they point down, we can get them to connect to something. Come on. Nothing. Use lightsaber for glow. But if I did a lightsaber, that means I would have to have a... it would be cool. We could technically do the railing. There's that laser railing. Somewhere. Wherever the laser railing is. I can't find it right now. But there is a laser railing that we could use. But the lightsaber would need to have the mount. Yeah. Filters. Let me clear the filters. I don't even know what that's part of. So you would need the mounts, which would be like absolutely huge. And I don't think that they would go on. Yeah, they you would need to... I could put them like back here. I could put the lightsaber in here technically. I thought I had a lightsaber. Did I throw my lightsaber away? I did. Yes, we could add a lightsaber. But I don't really think that has a practical application. And that would make it really dangerous to get in and out of the seat, because you'd just be like trying to get in the seat and you would accidentally cut yourself in half. That would be pretty sweet, but I don't think that that's gonna work. Is there another... I don't know, Chad. I can't... I've hit a block and I just can't figure it out how to finish the nose of this. I don't really like this front. I know they don't. It'd be really awesome if they did, dude. Another addiction. Another addition to my collection. Do the cough. Whatever his face is. Oh. Okay. Let's just go with this for now. It doesn't quite look right, but it's gonna have to be, I think. Hold up. So put this guy here. Just shift it down. Shift it. Well, let's just do this here. So we added those two, and then we can throw oh, that's what I was gonna test. That's what I was gonna play with. At one point I was thinking about doing these over here. If we grab this guy, well, we can actually use the short ones for ease. That's probably gonna get mad at us and not want to snap on. Put two of those guys down, the fences, and then we can shift, angle, and then angle, except for I did it too close. So it's not gonna freak out, and that's not the right angle, is that? Sure. But they're too close. Oops. Okay, let's grab them again. Let's make sure they're centered. That, okay. Now let's put... I don't like these angles that I'm getting off of here. Because they're not going to match, I don't think. And they're not, those, yeah, these are not true angles. Hold up. Can't use these. Gotta use the longer fence, because those fences don't give you the correct angle. I need to go through all the new pieces to see if I can find something that gives a better angle. I've been using this one because I knew this one gave me a consistent angle. But I don't know if there's some stuff in the new pieces that will give us better angles. Object is in the way. Lie to me. So we should be able to... Oh, that's what I meant to do. Hold up. So that's not good, because that does not give us the right angle at all. Whatever. We're going to stick it on there. It gives us the right idea. I could shift it into place better later. It's not right, but it gives us a concept to just work with. So then now if I were to put the Zeppelin thruster on here, also don't know if it would be weight. It probably doesn't weigh enough in the front here. But if we stuck this thruster right here, should be able to nudge it back like that. I actually intentionally putting it on here so it's angled slightly. My hope is that it will actually cause the vehicle to shift a little bit, so like it'll twist and turn. I don't think it's actually going to. But you could technically activate the right and the left at the same time to cause it to nose up if you really wanted that. So it's an additional feature. Let's break this off and see what happens. We're probably going to need to well, that's not bad. Oh, that nose is way too light still. Oh, that's bad. We need more weight up here. What do we do for weight? What do we do when we need more weight now? What do we do when we need more weight now? Let's try. Let's see if we put this guy on here. If we shifted it back, what does that look like? That looks kind of cool. It looks kind of weird too. We could hide the hover brick. I don't know if we want to hide the hover brick, but we could hide it. It doesn't really do anything for me. So what if we shifted one of these? Oh, that's too big. Let's do the small one. That doesn't really do much for me. Hey, G-Arc, how's it going? I am struggling with this build, G-Arc. I just cannot seem to get it the way I want it. I've tried all kinds of manner of nose pieces, and I cannot get one that I'm happy with. This one's not heavy enough, and it's not good. I don't like it. But I'm just throwing it on there because it works for now, and I could use 2 of these, but these are really fragile. Or let me rephrase that. They were really fragile. I don't know if they're fragile anymore. Do you know, Giark, if these are still really fragile? Because I know they... A year ago, when I last used one, they were really fragile, so I decided I would never use one again. But they could be less fragile now. So just because they were fragile doesn't mean they are fragile now. And that's something that I always forget to test. Okay, what do we do? Okay, let me just turn on all my filters, and then I'm going to look through all the parts that I think that... So we'll just do a quick run through. Because what I want to do, Giark, is it Archie? I'm not sure honestly how to pronounce it, and I apologize. 180 acres is paid, so Gone Fishing is free. Lion's Night is paid, so can't use that. Technically can use that one. Can use Salty. Can use Shogun, Rugged. Majestic Manor we can turn on. Okay. G-Arch, okay. So G-Arch, I need your help or your thoughts. What do I do? What do I put on the nose here? The thing is, it has to be free, because I do a free pre-built tutorials. I could do the yellow fender pieces, but I don't really feel like that fits with what I'm doing here. The 2 things that I'd like to modify, I need more weight in the front because the chests are too heavy, and this hover brick is as far back as you can put it, without it being underneath the chests, which is I don't want to do, and I don't want to add a second hover brick. I could add a second hover brick. I don't want to. Because this is also supposed to be like survival world friendly. So I need to do something to this nose because it looks trash. And then I could bulk out the center if I wanted to. Or add something like in the front, sort of. I don't know. I'm happy with the chest in the back. That's the only thing I'm happy. And the seat. I'm happy with that frame. Because that's as good as you can and as tight as you pretty much can get it. So I could add these, and I kind of like the idea. If I stuck these guys, like, hold up, out one, and then if I went down one, eventually I will nudge it in the correct direction. So if I just stuck some of these, this could be kind of sweet. There's like these like knife pieces sticking off the front. I don't know. What if I just break those off, and I'm gonna put these knife pieces up front because I want to put the knife pieces up front. Oh, also G-Arch. G-Arch. See these guys? You can shoot them. Make them go quiet if it will stop moving on me. You just shoot them, and then they pop instead of chasing them for a really long time. So let's grab this. Let me show you here what I was talking about. So you can take these. Ooh, not that one. I want the pointy one. Because I wonder if it would just kind of look sweet if you just put this guy like this, and then you shift him out. And then you shift this as far forward as you can go. Up. And then maybe shift them in. I don't know. Oh, okay, they got to go one more. Hold up. Let's sleep. Okay, so because you get this weird, like, if we get these spikes like out and down, I don't know, that might look kind of cool, or it might just look odd.
Odd. It might look really odd.
I don't know, it looks kind of weird. Sorry, buddy, couldn't catch you and go back to understand. Use thrusters. So, I don't know. So those look weird. That I don't like that. I don't like that at all. If anything, I would want them curved up so that it would actually help. Ooh, that is not what I grabbed. If anything, I would want them curved up. So that way, but then that looks really... It looks like I wrecked my land speeder and the nose is now broken. That looks absolutely terrible. So I like the... Also, why is that still hovering even though it's turned... Oh, because I added the other hover brick underneath. Hold up. I did a tune vehicle. Call me G. Archie is easier. G. Okay, I'll just call you G. So I like these, though. Here's the problem. I can't use those because watch this. You want to see? Here's the problem. You can't use those. They're way too powerful. They look really nice on the front. But no, that is not an acceptable rate of turning. They look really nice though. It's really simple. You just slap them on and they're done. But it doesn't work. I don't know what else to... Die. I don't know. It was really simple. It was really elegant, really beautiful. But then it's way too fast. Even I tried shifting them. I tried shifting them in. So you have a stub nose, little like mini guy. But it's like... But it's like, it's still like steers so stinking fast. That's not an acceptable rate of turning. So I don't know. So I think I have to do the steering thruster. But I don't know. Let me put this guy right. Let me try this guy. Okay. That just doesn't. It just doesn't look good anymore. The other one looked great. I don't know what to put there now. Is there a fence? There's probably not a fence. Okay, so if I do that, and then I shift these. No, that looks bad. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like that it's... I kind of like the shape. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I can't find what I want to make me happy. I'm sure it exists. But I keep coming back to these pieces here, guys. Remove that front hover brick and put 2 of them in front. So I could put... So the problem is if I put 2... I don't think I need 2. I only need 1. A front one would push up. It wouldn't. My issue is the front is too light. And it needs to be heavier. But I don't know what I should do to make it heavier. Maybe I just snap... Do I just snap 2 of these guys on the very front? But they almost need to be upside down. Oh, what if I did something like that? That looks kind of dumb. That does not look right. It's close, but not. Let's try these yellow ones. I don't know if they will work or not, but it's worth a shot. Like, what's the worst that happens? It just looks absolutely dumb. Okay, so we could go with this one. We could do... If we do like that. That looks really dumb. Remove the front... Okay, on both sides of that floor piece. Remove that front hover brick and put 2 of them on the front on both sides of that floor. You're talking putting 2 side by side. So the issue is the hover brick needs to be back as far as possible. And so my theory or my thought here was that if I flipped it this way, it moves the center of mass farther back, so it's more likely to be fine. You're saying put a hover brick on the front or a hover brick on the back side? Yeah, I guess I could add a hover brick back here. Yeah, let me... you might be right. I don't want to add another hover brick if possible, but it may come down to that. Let me turn off the filters. I think you might be right. So if I just snap this one, actually it would be 1, 3, 4. If I just go back here, hold up, that's not attached to the ship. No, that was attached to the ship. Was it? No, because it was making grass show up, which means it was not attached properly. Well, that should have been proper, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 should be right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah, the object is in the way. Okay, so if it will let us put it there. So it won't let me shift it down. So what I could do here is I could do okay, stop moving. I'm trying to shoot you. So if I break that, what if I put I don't know how I feel about the look of these vehicle part pieces. I could add the 6th one like this. So if I just hold up. Push this back, and then okay, it doesn't want me to put this anywhere on the back. Okay. I could add a 2nd one back here. Yes, I do have a droid problem. See, Roman, you can put the hover under the chest or both sides. So the problem is, like, if I put it under the chest, then it's too low. It's too low. And it doesn't fit in within the vehicle profile that I'm looking for. I could put it on both sides, but then it's wider, and I like the way that they look. What I could do, and I'm not sure if I need to do, I could just take and put trying to think of a roof piece that's like this, but if this was a lot smaller, I could like shift. Ooh, that's way too big. But if I could shift something like that, but if it was like a teeny like roof piece, I guess here would be an example, but I want it to be smaller. Or I guess anything mechanical looking could fit in there, because I did find. I guess, let me look at that again. There's, oh, those pieces are paid. I forgot. What I want to do is I want to add these barrels. Some pretty sweet barrels that I'd love to add on this side. Maybe I could add just actual barrels. Hold up. Also, I'm going to need to log out and log back in, because it's starting to get really glitchy. Let me log out and log back in. Then put 4. You can put the hover on the. Then put 4 back parts maybe, and keep these 2 like this. Put 2 under the chest. So the problem is I don't want it. I don't want anything lower than the chests, if possible, because I want to keep that narrow, small profile for the speeder. So putting them under, then they're too tall, and they would kind of stick out funny. They wouldn't feel like they're part of the ship. They would feel like they're slapped on the bottom. And like a speeder, the one thing that I find with speeders is they tend to have, I guess they do have those feet pieces that stick down. I guess you're right. They do have the feet pieces that stick down. So the problem is if they go on the sides, they're too far down. Well, I mean too far out, because I don't really want the profile to be anywhere, because we're already kind of hitting. What about the narrow roof piece? That's what I was wondering, if I should go look at the roof pieces for that shapely, because you've got, where are the narrow roof pieces? So look at these OD pieces. I could put this right here. Oops, that's not the right orientation. So I could put like this right here might look pretty good, but this doesn't help my forward problem. That could almost work. Ooh, hold up. I actually kind of like the look of that. This doesn't really help the... Remove chests, put hover and place the chest exactly the same position. So are you saying shift them out? The chests are currently like a floor thickness apart. So there's not room unless I made it wider to put them between the two of them. I could reorient the chests upright. See how thick are the chests if they're in the upright position? They may actually be slightly narrower. Hold up. Let me look at this. So if they are like that, no, that's still wider. We could get away. Yeah, should put another chest up front. Well, I could actually put like a smaller chest of sorts up front. But this might look just really, really dumb if you put a chest up here. Yeah. You moved when I went to shoot you. There we go. Let me see. Not at the nose. That would just add more weight to the back. But we could actually put a chest. You're making a joke about a chest in the front, but we could technically put a chest in the front. But I don't know what chest to put up in the front. So you've got, these are free. It has to be a free one. That one's paid. Like, I really want to put this one here. Like, this first order one would actually be pretty sweet if a guy stuck it right like this. So if you want to do like a paid version, you could have it like, oh, come on. Come on, out. Just a little farther. Out. You could have this like cool like air scoops, which would be pretty sick. And then they are also storage. That'd be pretty sweet, but it's not free. So we could put this one underneath. Well, we'd have to flip it upside down. That could almost work. It's a little bulky is the problem. Both of these are a little bulky. Well, actually, if I stick this like this and then shift it down. Oh no. Come on. Ah, it doesn't fit. Okay. What if I use fenders? What if I go for G's? Because he's got all the yellow and that. Give me a second. Let me look at that. So we've got. If I can even remember which page they're in. I think they're in the vehicle pieces over here. So if I scroll all the way down to the yellow pieces, up to the yellow pieces, over to the yellow pieces. What if I did kind of stick some of these on here? And then if I go back, what do you mean needs supporting piece? It's not wanting to go on. Oh, that's your territory, man. I'm sorry. I'll step away from the fenders. Step away from the fenders. I could just go. What if I snap two of these on here? That looks kind of dumb. See you, doctor. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. This feels too. This is too bulky. Looks kind of cool, but it's too bulky. These pieces are technically kind of free. I don't like the look of them, though. You have... Yeah, this is just too big. It's too big. Too big. Okay, so toilets. Toilets. What do we have for toilets? We need a free toilet. We need a good free toilet. We could... Okay. Hear me out. What if we stick a toilet right, like, on the side? Another object is in the way. What do you mean an object is in the way? Don't give me none of that poop. Oh, because I put, yeah, that piece on there. I actually kind of like that look of that. Take it off. You don't believe me, but after every update, snap changes by fenders. Oh, man, I'm sorry. That's got to be really annoying. So this toilet's free. That toilet's free. We could like stick this right here. What? Where is it touching? Oh, it's touching there. So it goes all the way back here. We could put like a toilet. Oh, that's snapped to the ground. Never mind. We could put like a toilet right here. So if it like get it down just barely onto the hover brick. Another object is in the way. What do you mean another object is in the way? Tell that object to scoot his butt over. There's not another object in the way. Right there. It fits. Okay. So that toilet does not work.
It can be solved. It must be solved.
Have you seen my mini pod racer? We can solve it. It's not to... The problem is also I'm limiting myself to 3 pieces, which is very difficult. Okay, for now, let's just throw... Because I've kind of burnt myself. I made the stream really long to where it's not as enjoyable. Probably to some people. See if I can stick it in just a little bit. Right there, and then forward. What is up with that? Okay, there we go. So back. Does that make it so I can't use the driver's seat? It does not. I don't like that at all. It's too heavy. No, it's not. It's not too heavy. Like the weight is not the issue. The weight is it's too light is actually the issue. Let me just throw these on here. I don't actually like them, but we're just gonna throw them on here for proof of concept here. So that's actually not terrible. It's fine. It's fine for now. So if we've got, let's just grab this piece here. I don't really like it, but we're just gonna use them for now because we need something. No, that's too big. It's too big. It's too big. It's too big. I'll have to think on this. I'll probably have to sleep on this one to get this one figured out. There is a limit to hover. We haven't hit that limit yet. We haven't hit that limit. It's Lucky's Lighthouse. I'm just gonna throw this on here. It does not quite right, but it's gonna have to be for now. Come on. I just need to grab a hold of that. Okay. It's not right, but it'll work for now. Because just for the concept here. Because we're gonna make this we're going to make it work for now, and then. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is just for making it work so we can go to bed because I'm tired. My brain is fried. I'll have to listen to some music to solve this one. So this one's gonna be turning this direction. This is gonna be turning this direction. And it works. It should work. See, like, oh yeah, I forgot to assign. So like it's oh, there might be an issue too. I think it's still not heavy enough in the front. You need to be assigned to channel. Go forward. And you need to be assigned to channel. Come on. Go forward. Whoa! Yeah, officially it's still too low. Which means they would need to be shifted up. Which is fine. Let me put the thrusters. Can I break them off is the question. I don't know if I can shoot them out. I don't know if I can actually shoot. I can disable them. I'll have to do that. So those thrusters, we need to make them to where they are. Okay, come on. I want to put this on the end. Can you not, please? There you go. No, it's not too heavy. It's fine. They just need to be... This is where Kaboom, if he was still here, he'd be like, well, you know, you could just add a down thruster in the front. Okay, let me add... Okay, snap to right there. And then we will shift it towards us. I'm just going to add these in the back for now. Need supporting piece. Another object is in the way. This is becoming less scientific the longer that I do this here. Just add a 4... I can't see because it's nighttime. Problems with this build, because the thrusters are on the inside, it's really hard to test it. Because I have to rebuild an entire new one if I want to adjust the... Then you need to find the happy medium or shift the nose down if it's doing that. Go teleturn screen. Go teleturn. What do you mean another object is in the way? Don't give me that. Poop. That is poop answer. Don't tell me it's not lined up. It is. And you know it. You will respect it. What? Not another object is not in the way. The front isn't too light, so it's still sitting. See, it's sitting level now. It's just the thrusters, they're too low. So the thrusters are still sitting too low, which means they need to be shifted up. Let me see. Yeah, they need to be shifted forward, but I don't know how to do that without breaking the chests. So we're gonna have to just and I can't place something on the back for some reason. It's not letting me do that. I don't know. I actually kind of do like that wraparound of those fenders on the front. I kind of like it how they kind of like they hug it. Let's real quick try. The chests don't need to be shifted up. It's the thruster, weight-wise, they need to be shifted up. Break. Okay. Because it's a balancing issue, and this is where I obsess too long over it, because I'm trying to get it just perfect. And then once you hit that sweet spot, though, it's like pure gold. You're like, I finally made it. I don't want this piece here since we broke. Then we need to throw a thruster on the front. And we need to... yeah, all the... oh, move the whole thing. So you're saying move the nose down? I guess here's the latest. Where did I put that latest version? Oh, I broke my pickaxe. So this one, because I found it swings faster. Where did I park the last one? I don't know where I parked the last one. Oh, I parked it over here. Yeah, I guess I could. You said move the chest up. Yeah, that would... I might have to do that. Well, I can't do that because... well, I don't know if I can do that because then they wouldn't be connect... no, they could be moved up. But that would push the hover brick lower. Oh, you're good. Okay, let me put... chest. Let me put a chest... Okay, let me see. Let me try moving the thruster one first. Let me try moving the thruster one first, and then if that doesn't work, then I will shift. Let me try shifting just the thruster up first, and then if that doesn't work, then I think your idea is gonna have to stand. I just think it'll be easier instead of redesigning it to shift that up. Okay, so let's grab the hover brick right on the edge here. Oh, I thought I got it. Oh, it moved on me. Did it leave? Oh, I thought it. Okay, yeah, here we go. I'm like, I thought I was farther on the steps. Okay, so now we need to put this thruster here, so we can put a fence piece right there. That's level. Okay, so what I did last time. Welcome back, Roman. We are just still fighting this design. This one is giving me a lot of difficulties. I'm honestly very much struggling with this one. It's getting there though. I'm gonna go right there, and right there. So now they are shifted up by one. We'll see if that's balanced. Oh, we're gonna get it eventually. Okay, so now we can drop in the driver's seat, shift it over, and then break this piece off, and then jump on it 3 times. 2, 3. Jump on it more than twice and you're playing with it, or whatever the joke is. Okay, now that is locked in place. We can put the driver's seat on top, but we can't put the driver's seat on top until we add that piece there, and then we can throw the thruster on top. So then we can put the driver's seat on top. Then we can break that, which then we can put, what was I doing for the front here? I was just doing step down, step down, step down. Got it. Okay, step down. I know this is the wrong color, but it's fine. Or it's gonna have to be what it is. Oh yeah, I had to do it from down here. Step down. Step down. We'll grab this piece and we'll go one more step down. Step down. And then we'll add our steering thrusters. There and there. Then we have to turn them on for actually steering. Come on. Hello. What do you mean you can't be adjusted? Alec, well, you've made saddlebags. This genius for gathering resources. Yeah, welcome in. So this is what we've been fighting with for an hour. All my hair has gone completely frizzed because of it. I'm sure that's the reason why it is, of course. That's the hope. But this is this build, if you're just popping in here, this build is actually very technical, because instead of being a normal person, what we're doing is we're doing things like we want the thrusters to be inside the chest because there's not space for them elsewhere. So we're literally just slamming this piece down on top of the thruster. And then, once it's inside, then we bolt it together with, well, in this case I used the white piece that's under the seat. But yeah, so now the thrusters are inside of the chest. We got that slid over the hover brick as far back as we can get it now. Let's put the fender pieces on here, because we got to find a spot that we like them. Down as far as we can go. Put that on there. It looks okay. Put this piece on here. I'm not happy with the front. I'm gonna have to fiddle with that off stream. That gives us a shape. I don't know. It's not the shape I like, but it's fine. Let's see if this works at all. Please work. So this is level now, and it still noses up. Oh, still noses up. But the thing is people when they're building their that nose still just so Stinking. Can you shift the guards on front? Are you talking about these? Yeah, I can shift. I think I can shift them. Maybe I'll just put a couple. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's a little bit heavy. It's too heavy in the back end. Yes, so I need weight on the front, but I don't know how to make it look good. Is my problem. Let me snap one of these right here. 1, 2. Oh, hold up. That would have to be. That can't snap there because it would be. Maybe we go underneath. Honestly, let's just throw one of those underneath. And I'm not sure if I'm freaking out the hover brick because it doesn't know what orientation this thing's supposed to be in. Yeah, it's still heavy in the butt. Okay, so we could also add in front of the hover brick. What if we I'm just gonna snap this on to kind of figure out how much weight do we actually need up here. That's too wide. Let's just drop. Well, there's a piece that I saw that I really liked. I don't remember where it was. Yeah, so yeah, we need weight on the front. We need weight on the front, and I don't know. But what I am doing is I'm also building this out of free parts, so it has to be a free piece. Roof. Scroll down. There's gotta be. I saw in the new pieces. Hold up, it's in the new pieces. I saw it, and I'm wondering if it would go good here. I think it's from the most whatever this one is. We'll also turn on this other one because I don't know the other one. Where's the other one? This one here. Most Espa Spaceport. So let's see if there's anything in one of these sets. I don't like it. Hey, how's it going? Your day's been doing well. Yeah, it's been going mostly well other than this piece right here. I can't figure the speeder out. This is probably one of the most difficult ones that I've worked on in a while. I'm just struggling. I'm struggling. And here, this is the piece. I'm wondering if this piece could go underneath. Let me break those fenders off so I can see what I'm doing. So we'll put them back on. I think they're growing on me. They're honestly growing on me. So if I snap one of these guys. If I snap one of these guys on the front. Maybe. Kind of like it. What's the block on the back? So that is actually, these are actually double chests. So that's what those are here. And they're stuck butt to butt. They're stuck butt to butt. So what we did actually, which was cool, is it, how's your name pronounced? Is that do you want it Pazoroid or Doridge? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. But yeah, so what we're doing here is it's actually kind of very technical here. And it's cool. It's really cool. So we've actually moved past this version of it. Paz, sweet. Okay. I'll forget that and you'll have to remind me later. I apologize. I'm really bad about it. So here's the cool part. So the chest, if you see here, we've actually stuck a chest on either side. We've clamped a 2x6. And then what we do is we can put this thruster like that. And then what we can do is we can put the thruster inside of the chest by rotating this down into place, and then we break it off. And then if you put a piece right in front here, it connects that everything together. So that's how we're doing this. What we're doing, the silliness that we are doing. Let me see. I wonder if the longer one. I kind of like that piece, but I wanna see if this longer piece. Let's snap this. Sorry, I got distracted. I was explaining something and then I got distracted. I do that sometimes, as in a lot of times. Does it need to go all the way up there? I kind of like that. I wonder if that should be flipped upside down. No, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I kind of, yeah. Let me see. Let me add. Let me see. Vehicles. These pieces. Clear the filters. Clear filters. Back. Let's add. We'll just add one of those bricks in the front. It's this one. I want this right here. I want right here. And then I want it shifted down until it turns green. There we go. Let's see what that does. It's still light on the front. What? Maybe I do need 2 hover bricks. Maybe I do need 2 hover bricks. There you go. So that's actually not bad. That's not bad at all. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this isn't bad. This could be managed. So what's happening is everybody's building all these speeders right now. Everybody's building these speeders, and they go really slow because they're using the small thruster. Oh, dude, just launched him. Yeah. So the problem with the hover brick behind, I could, and that was one of the things that we were gonna mess with. Oh, don't fall over! No! So close to falling over. This whole thing is very finicky. Turn it off. Turn it back on. I don't think it... Oh, let me log out and log back in. See if that fixes it. Because I'm wondering if the hover brick is kind of messed because I'm doing all kinds of angle directional building. Let me log out and log back in. Let's see if that... Return to lobby. Which thrust are you using... You are actually using the larger thrusters, aren't you? Let's see. I think I saw the video that you posted about that one. You're using the large thruster, right? The new one? Because I think I've seen some other people, they were just using the small thruster, and you just don't get a lot of speed with it. You need that large thruster to get the speed. This might just be good enough version to call it a night. Everyone is working so fast. Although if I stop building speeders, I'll never find out what's happened and submit for the showcase. Oh no, you're good, man. So this, yeah, we could just add a second. Let me see what happens if I just throw a second hover brick right here. Let me literally just drop another hover brick right in front to see what happens. Just add 2 of those under the driver's seat. That might be more stable. Still a little bit light in the nose. Well, so the thrusters are still a little bit low. Yeah, we're still... Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to add... Why are we tipping? It's like being intentionally annoying and tipping to one side. Let's add those fender pieces back here. Let's see if I can. I don't know if I can anymore. Object is in the way. So we could put that there, but then that's pretty high. What if I flip the fender upside down? Hold up. Let me try that. So, thruster. Hold up. Can I push my ship over? Yeah. Tip. Tip over. Heavy grill on the front or something? Yeah, so what I want to put them is I want to put them on the side. But I can't tip my ship over. Because I need to get underneath to place it where I want it. It's coming along. It's not quite where I want it. Now I could tip it over. Tip over. Tip over. Why is this thing too stable? That's also I wanted those chests on the back to be flat with the ground. Is because they are stabilizing the build. And now it's nighttime again. Of course. It's always nighttime. Okay. So now, if we put this upside down, then we can add the grill on upside down because that seems like a wholly unnecessary step to do. Okay. Object is in the way. That does not like that at all. Yeah, that's not going to work. I was thinking if it was upside down. Yeah, if you put a balloon on this thing, it would fly into the air. So that won't work. I could put one under/in the seat, potentially. So if I shifted... Oh, then it wouldn't grab. Never mind, I can't do that. I can't put one under the seat, because then it would also be inside the player. So this does not seem to be very compatible with... Maybe what are the small ones? What about the small one? Small. I think I like the bigger. I like the bigger one Oh, I kind of don't mind that. That doesn't help with the front weight, but... Oop, that's too high. I don't mind the little one. I kind of like the bigger one because that gave it more character. But that's not bad. That does kind of add a little bit to the shapeliness of it. Oh, crash landing. Yeah, so we got... Yeah, that's not bad. What's weird is these hover bricks are not, like, responding quite right sometimes. Yeah, so it's not quite right. I'm wondering what if I take those hover bricks out and if I space them 2 apart, and then I think that maybe give me a little bit more stability left to right, because I'm thinking that them being so close to each other, it's like wanting to, yeah. We need more weight lower. Yeah, we need more weight a little bit. Yeah, so this needs some more stability. Let me show you guys another cool thing real quick. Do I have? It's not in this world. Hold up. Okay, so this is the latest model. I will leave it here. Let me show you guys the other thing that I'm working on. I'll need to get that tuned in, that dialed in. It's getting there. It's getting there. I'm still not quite happy with the... I'm not quite happy with it yet. If I separate them by 2, that would also let me put like a thrusters. I could potentially... Well, no, it's in the center of mass, so adding thrusters would not be helpful there. Unless I wanted to go forward. But that thing is so small, you don't need any more large thrusters to go faster. Let me show you... Spike drawer beams? Mini ships. That's where it is. The other thing that with physics change that... Okay, the other thing we could try doing is... I think the jumbo thruster have a hitbox, though. I'm pretty sure the jumbo thruster has a hitbox. We could attempt to put a jumbo thruster on the back of that speeder. Which would totally not be a good idea, but we could try it. So this is the other project that I've been working on that I would love to see. It's coming, but it's not done yet. So the physics changes, they made some really cool physics changes. And so you technically don't need balloons anymore. So yeah, this is the other project that I've been working on. That you don't need, you don't actually need balloons anymore. You can, and it's fun to still add balloons, but this lets you do some really fun flying maneuvers and stuff. I gotta go find the, hold up. Let me go find the jungle. Jungle's over here. Welcome to the jungle. So yeah, this is my other project that I've been working on. That's 3,000 meters away. Babylon 5. There are X shapes. I don't know if I have. Babylon. Let me look it up. But yeah, so with all these physics changes, this used to not be possible. Babylon 5 X shaped ship. Images. Oh, that does kind of look like... That one's more like the pieces are more like forward. But yeah. But the thing is with me, like, I'm not happy until it flies perfect. And if it doesn't fly perfect, I don't release it. Yeah, let me fly over there because it's But yeah, so the Mad Puck's been playing with this too. His is more. The Mad Puck has been doing more with nose control. So what that does is it's flying it more like an actual vehicle, where the nose goes up and down, and then you can like roll. Yes, it is. Yes, this thing is really fast. And its get up and go is insane. I'll see if I'm really tired right now, so my flying is probably not quite up to par. But it is really fun, the actual maneuverability that you have with this thing. Like, let's go find some jungle here. Also, why does it happen to be... why does it have to be... Oh, and I'm getting some frame lag here. I'm getting some serious frame lag. Oh, I can't fly! Oh, okay, I can't fly. But yeah, you got some serious dexterity that I would love to see like an actual drone pilot. Okay, why am I getting so much lag right now? Lag. Might need to restart my PC or something. But yeah, I want to see an actual drone pilot. Yeah, I'm not an actual drone pilot. Okay, crash. Let me flip this guy out of here. Hold up. Come on. I do get kind of confused sometimes. And I was doing pretty good the other day when I was trying to fly this around these for filming. But it's really fun, and I want to see a race with these. But yeah, we built this on stream the other day, where I just kind of threw it together. You can also add cannons. If I can fly, I can't fly right now apparently. Dude, I'm hitting that like stage 2 of you're really tired. Let me grab, it's bus station 8. I think I have one with cannons on it up there. Yeah. Let me see, there's should be, it is also fun to like fly it, try to see how close to the ground you can get this. I was flying through, there was a ring that I was having fun flying through the rings. Oh, I think it's over here. Though the nice thing with this one too, this is free build right here. So I can release this as a tutorial. Hold up, sorry, I've got to stop talking. Oh no, I didn't quite make it through. Yeah, I'm tired. I was flying better the other day, and now I'm tired, and my brain's like, whatever. Yeah, so you can add, what is that? This is a vehicle that there's going to be a tutorial for eventually. I haven't gotten to it yet. But you can technically mount on this one. It's pretty fun. I just want to show you this, guys, before I end the stream, because this is cool. This is the other thing that's exciting me. So you can add cannons on it too, which is fun. If I can, right there, and then I forget you gotta go 1, 2. You can add cannons here, here, and here. 1, 2, and then do I still have cannonballs in my inventory? Not enough. Let me grab some cannonballs. Nope, that's not where you get cannonballs. So yeah, I was having fun with this guy. Not arrows, I want cannonballs. This needs to be assigned to channel C, which is turning, what should be channel 1. No, it's channel 2. Forgot. I did have to assign it to a different channel. So this thing is actually pretty fun, and I want to see this one used. If I get invited to an air battle, I'm definitely bringing this. And I want to compare how it does to some of the other competition. Hello. I want to load. I want to load the cannon. Load cannon. I was just enjoying running around shooting on my ships. I am about done. And I will come to bed with you. Is that what you ready?
I was gonna ask you to do stuff when you finish.
Yeah. I can.
I don't know where Theo is with kittens and stuff.
Okay.
Would you switch the laundry room?
Yeah. Just a second. Okay, let me see. So now the cannons are loaded. We should be good to go. Oh, yeah. See ya, G. So this thing is gnarly when we get to firing it on things. Let me see if I could find something to shoot that I haven't completely destroyed. I haven't quite got it tuned in to where it doesn't. Ooh. Why are we getting lag? Like, this is not good. This is not cool, man. Lags. Come on, I'm trying to. This was flying just fine the other day without lag. But you can come in here and you're just like, bam. And it's actually pretty easy to aim. Like, we take out that building. We'll try to hit that building again. Oh, man. I don't know why I'm getting so much lag right now. It's kind of annoying. I missed the building. I didn't quite get it. Yeah. So yeah, this is the other project that I've been messing with. I think it works better with those extra. Yeah, like, see, yeah, like, I'm trying to hit that tall building. I've hit it 2 out of the 3 times so far. Okay, let me see if I can hit that tall building again. I don't know if you guys are you seeing this lag? I'm not, like, completely. I am crazy, but I missed the building. I missed the building again. Okay. Maybe I'm not as good of a pilot as I could be. But yeah, it's fun. This one is a fun ship to fly. And I'm quite surprised with how like I used to be happy that I could fly something through. Oh no. And yeah, until I crash into something again. I used to be happy if I could fly between trees, and now it's just like I'm got this ship here that just dialed in to where. Oh, let me show you the other one. So this is the big one. And then, just for fun, for grins and giggles, just for grins and giggles, we went ahead and added. We made this little guy. You see this little guy? Like, okay. The problem is it's hard to transition from the big one to the small one. The small one does not fly quite as good. But it's like, yeah, buddy.
We got ourselves a little one.
Why? Just because it's fun. Oh, I don't know how to fly this thing. Yeah. And Kitty would love it. Okay, sweet, good. But yeah, you could do all kinds of like aerial tricks. Yay, we could do flips until I crash. Ah. This is not too bad to fly. Oh no, don't flip over. This thing's so hard to get flipped over correct. Yeah, it's fun. The nice thing is this is also. Can you leave me alone? Sir, I am trying to show people stuff. Anyways, so this is a free build. This is built with free parts. Woohoo! So the tutorial, I also got to work on the tutorial for this one too. I forgot that I was started on that and then got distracted with that, and then I got distracted with Pod Racer when we started getting hover bricks. But anyways, I guess there you go. There's some stuff that's upcoming. So you get excited about that stuff. But yeah, this is what I mean by like you gotta get it dialed in. Like, see this? It used to drift. It still drifts slightly forward, but like it's gotta be. I gotta dial something in really good before we get it released. But like yeah, like this here is this one's dialed in. This one's ready to go. I just need to make the tutorial. Woohoo! And then the other one there is dialed into. I need to make the tutorial for that one. And then the Pod Racer, I got distracted with that because I got really excited about the Pod Racer. So, anyways, keep an eye out on the channel. We'll definitely release some of this stuff. You'll see a short. I should, for each one of these, I think what I've decided to do is I'll drop a short promoting it, like I did with the mini Pod Racer, like the mini Pod Racer and the large Pod Racer, the jumbo thruster Pod Racer. So I'll probably do that for these two. But anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks for helping me try to figure out the build, because my brain's just like, I don't know anymore. That one is just giving me issues. These, they just kind of came naturally. So I'm gonna let you go. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Later.